Listen.
Yeah. Yes, God. Get that out of there.
Okay, let's see here. Because, you know, the last time I did this, it was on mute and I was talking forever. Okay, bet. This is much better. Much better. Much better. I think, do I need my glasses? I might, because I don't have my computer close to me right now. Let me know y'all can hear me in the live chat, if you will. Let me go ahead and get this up. What's up, Kat? Okay. Oh, I can't put up the live chat. That's fine. I think it's because I'm just in portrait mode today. We're going to have a conversation of sorts. We are going to get into some hot topics. There is a lot going on. A lot going on. I'm also going to give a reality check today on my own behalf because, you know, I have been looking over this last few weeks on, you know, on YouTube, going over the analytics and everything else that's happened here with everything that's happening, you know, going on. And I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all with, you know, what's taking place. Okay. And be real, you know, and all that good stuff. Of course, give you updates on my week and everything else just like that. But yeah, today is going to be very much a key. It's going to be a cackle. This is not meant to be a video of, you know, very like epic destroying proportions. I'm not here to get nobody and all that kind of jazz. I am going to talk about KATSEYE and the current hiatus that Manon is on and how the fandom is sort of losing its mind with that situation. It feels that I was not premature in one of the posts I had on Twitter about my feelings over that situation with this hiatus. And now these different narratives are starting to drop from fans speculating so many things happening right now. But it's also crazy because like I could see them going so far. But like I said before, if my girl ain't in there, I don't know if I'm going to keep on riding. I'm just going to be real with you. And then I'm going to get into Chappell Roan. Wow. What, like the last 2-3 days with her in the news? Jesus Christ. Okay, so one, now they're really, here we go. An issue happened with her security guard, basically chastising and sort of berating this little girl and their mother after this child just went to go check to see if Chappell Roan was exactly who she thought she was when she saw her at this hotel that they were staying at. This child actually, you know, their parent is I believe you know, in their own right, a celebrity in the sports world, if I believe. And again, this is in a different country when all this had happened or whatever, but like it was a situation where the child went by just to check, saw it was her. She was a big fan of Chappell Roan's. It wasn't like some interrupting of a dinner situation. The bodyguard came over there and did all that and berated them. And then Chappell's like, well, I don't even know the man. And then now it's like, what do you mean you don't know the man? Here you go. Here you all together. And people are starting to drop these receipts now that she kind of lied about her entire origin story, sort of to build off of a community to get sort of like the fame and whatever. But in reality, she's never been that kind of girl. And I'm talking about classmates are coming out, people that went to school with her. I'm over here like, what is going on? What is happening? Some people are saying they were right not to like her from the jump. Others are saying y'all are just jumping on the band because you just wagoning or whatever. But I have gone through several of these videos with the receipts and them putting it down, and I am going to break a little bit down for you today. You know, I'm a Libra. I like to stay in the middle, but I do believe in justice and being fair, so I'm going to try to, like, keep it on that accord. But I was like, oh, so you said you were a trailer park girl, but in reality, your granddaddy was a multi-millionaire, and apparently you wasn't really on a trailer park. You was on a property that was owned by him. And I was like, wait, what? They were also bringing up receipts back in school, how she used to act and everything else like that. And this whole like weirdo spirito stick is like basically just like pander to an audience. And reality, she's the MAGA Barbie. And I was like, nuh-uh. So I was like, this is crazy. because we've seen that happen before with certain celebrities and artists, but a lot of people are doing the deep dives, and it's getting a little wild out here in these streets. If you've gone to the airport recently, wow, we're going to talk about that. That's not too political because, we like to stay away from those topics, but it does have a lot to do with all of us, especially if we're traveling or if we're doing something. And what the hell is happening out here in these streets? While there is a shutdown taking place, there also is currently people who are not getting paid that still have to go to work, while others have been introduced for some odd reason, and they're not really helping much. There's more. Because I was like, it's hot topic heavy today. If you haven't seen the first 13 minutes of RuPaul's Drag Race, I kid you not, if you have not seen the first few minutes of that show, we may not have a puppet bit anymore. Yeah, that was a lot to take in, wasn't it? That was kind of embarrassing, if you will. And then they have an improv challenge right after that. Ooh, okay. That's how I'm looking at it, like, you sure? Disney does a deal with OpenAI for like $1 billion something dollars. But then OpenAI is shutting down. Sora is shutting down. Disney backs out the deal. What's happening? Because mind you, I was almost giving up on the fact of thinking that I can beat this. We don't have to do that. No. I was like, man, y'all, please don't be mad at me because I'm over here trying to save my life and my channel and stuff. And it feels like we got to go this direction. But then now all of a sudden, lately, it's like what was on the up and up with it is now going a little oop to oop. My question is, have they gotten enough information out of you already to where it doesn't matter? The Harry Potter series has just released their first trailer too, and I have thoughts. As a Harry Potter fan, not a fan of the author, Ugly McDuck Stevenson McBullshit lady. So yeah, we'll talk about it because I'm not. Yeah, I'm going to be critical because I was one of those people that that stood in line and waited to get those books as a kid growing up. I was faithful to the series. I got every single one of them. Watched every single movie. Found out that lady was gross. Was like, ugh. Tried to stay on board for the longest. I'm still Gryffindor all the way through. I took that sorting hat test so many times. So, like, when I tell you, I still have the deep knowledge of the Harry Potter universe and everything around it, and then some, including the what was it? The half beast wizard wondering whatever that was. That was a very interesting ride. I can't think of the name of it, but I was there. Very happy. I went to Universal Studios. I got the stamp. We took the ride. That motion when it just does this. It was crazy. No, we're going to talk about that because I don't know how to feel about that. Shia LaBeouf. What the fuck? Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. I am going to make fun of him a little bit because why not? Like, he needs to be made fun of. Like, let's just be honest. Shia LaBeouf. What happened? You scared, sweetie? You scared of a little shusher? Like, what's going on here, Butter McBread? I don't know what's happening specifically. Maybe somebody like spiked the DoorDash order and now we've lost him. But my God, lately it's been a little bit of a crazy run for him. And I guess Kanye has receded into his cave, and now Shia LaBeouf has stood out on his platform and said, "It is my turn now. Here I go acting up." So we're going to talk about his dumb butt too. But yeah, multiple topics today that we'll be getting into. Very excited to have these conversations with you today. And again, I hope you're just here for the good ride and the good time. I very much appreciate it. And I'll be explaining that a little bit later. So all my social medias are in the About section of this YouTube channel. If you click on the Linktree link, it'll take you where you need to go. I also have a Patreon, which shout out to my Patreon community. y'all deserve a round of applause. As of right now, because this channel is unfortunately very much shadow banned, and also we don't get as much interaction as we used to, and everything else like that. I've received some really disheartening messages about people leaving, this, that, and the other, and feeling like I have let a lot of folks down. So I've really been receiving it and all that kind of good stuff. But it is what it is, right? Patreon, y'all have really showed up. I'm literally, it's eclipsing my YouTube channel at this moment, and it makes me kind of happy and sad at the same time. But I appreciate everybody who's on there with me right now. I am currently reacting to 2 brand new series. Right now, currently is All Her Fault on Peacock, and I'm starting Interview with the Vampire series tomorrow. And so I'll be doing weekly reactions to that. I just posted All Her Fault, the first episode. Oh my God. I was like, why wasn't I watching this when this came out? Uh-oh, this is going to be great. Very excited to get into that show. So we will be watching All Her Fault together, as well as getting into the Interview with the Vampire series. I've been neglecting that one. I've been so caught up in some other shows, this, that, and the other, that I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, but now I'm yeah, let's go ahead and get into it and see what that is about, because I did enjoy the movie, so I'm excited. So for those of you who are on my Patreon, thank you so much for subscribing, being a part of that. Now I'm going to be very honest with you. I will be stopping the promotion of the PO box. I'm going to have to let that go. I'll be explaining that in a second. I will still have Cameo for the time being. More than likely, we'll be probably losing that too. But bookable on Cameo currently. I still have the drag queen merch, the merch available at dragqueenmerch.com. And I'm still an affiliate partner with Paramount Plus, so get that free week on me. And I thank you. Let's see here. Also, there's a Discord chat if you want to get into that, and I'm here for it. I'm going to go ahead and go into subscribers only mode, just because it's about to get into the rant pack territory, and I want to make sure this is a safe space to have conversations with y'all at the same time, to have a really good time talking today. Because right after this, I got to get back to Paige, actually, and I got to record my Jawbreaker movie reaction, which I'm excited for too. I'm gonna pull up my chat also here on my phone. It may be really helpful. Let me put my thing on Do Not Disturb too. Okay. Thank you. The kids are sleeping right now. They're on the couch, both cuddled up with each other. It's beyond adorable. I love my babies. My forehead's so big. Okay. I had to cut my hair. I was looking really rough these last couple of days. Thank you for those of you who have liked this video. And you know what? Just let me get the disclaimer out and then get this ball rolling here. But this program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. These are just my expressed personal opinions. They are not to reflect the opinions of every human on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the individuals mentioned today. Don't drop any spoilers if we're talking about anything. I am a bit of a talker. That's why this is a live. We're going to be talking for a good little minute here about whatever's happening, and I'm going to try my best to make sure I'm in the chat and talking to you as well. So I thank you for being here, and yeah, all that good stuff. No, nasty languages are allowed in this live. Nobody attacking me for whatever personal reasons or whatnot. So if you want to call it a hug box, you can call it that, but I just don't think that's adding anything to the equation here as far as whatever's going on with this channel. So I am so sorry, Liam. I recognize this. My apologies. Liam, thank you so much for being here today. I'm reading the chat right now, and I'm feeling the "you're not paying attention" part from you. So let me make sure I give it to you, baby. My bad. My cat has had some major vertigo issues, so that was scary. I am so sorry to hear that. I personally know from Mamu's issues already, like, you're going to be a helicopter parent with your fur babies right now. So sending my love to the little rascal. They're so cute. I remember you shared a picture of your baby recently with us. So, like, yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that, Liam. Maddie, do you think you ever posted edited reactions to YouTube while posting the complete reactions on Patreon? I'm so scared to post reactions on here because the last time I did that, my channel was getting flagged. And that's the only reason I do it on Patreon. I think maybe that is a great option to do, CB. I also remember being cussed out because I edited down a reaction one time and someone's like, I paid you to see the whole fucking thing. And I was like, oh my God, like I just cut out a part that was really badly edited and it also wasn't interesting. So it was like, why do you want to see me not really pay attention to something, right? So I'm considering it because right now, CB, I'm at this point with this channel where I'm like, I don't even know. So to give you an idea of what's going on, currently my Patreon makes 5 times more than my YouTube channel. And never, ever in the entirety of this channel has it ever been in that deep of a deficit or a direction. YouTube does not promote these videos anymore. I think everybody is also moving away from the live streams. And if they are interested in them, which I do see other people who do lives like me for other programs, they want something a little bit different than reviews for shows. I also know that a lot of folks were very interested in the panel and they almost applied the panel to the channel with me, and I was not a solo entity. And so when we stopped doing said panel, because it's no one really is able to do it all together at the same time. So I can't please everybody with that one. A lot of people left and people let me know that. And I was like, okay, I got it. But this was also a channel that was solo dolo. Then we had partner with Jamar. And then, you know, we do multiple things here. So there was a popularity with me on this channel. Again, I literally am facing my 12-year anniversary here of a channel that was nothing. And then it was going somewhere. And then it boom, went somewhere and I was able to live off of it. And now I'm at the level of literally putting up my tip jar and looking like a pathetic fuck right now, but that's the truth. Just the reality. And yeah, looking at the analytics this month, oh, absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. I'll be lucky to pay a bill with whatever they send me next month. If they even do that, because we still got days to go. And I do have like 3 other reviews I was going to do this week. With this episode, I was going to do a House of Villains recap because we missed a couple of things, and of course Drag Race, and hope for the best, right? We still have until the end of the month, but I fully recognize that this channel is not where it was like it used to be. I recognize that that's also my responsibility. That's my bad. That's my fault. And I also recognize that I have disappointed many folks. And I also know that this song and dance has been done before, but I, at the end of each one of those dances and songs, thought I can pull through. This is the worst it's ever been. And so for me, I have been on this take where you haven't really seen my YouTube stuff. You've seen me on Patreon, but you haven't seen me as much because unbelievably, to people who have really been very, very critical of me, which again, I get, especially with the disappointment part, that again is my bad. They don't believe I'm looking for work. They don't believe I'm getting up and I'm trying and I'm doing this. They don't believe that I'm sober right now, and they don't believe that I'm trying. And again, that could just be the bit of, well, I got a job real quick and this, that, and the other. I've now on month 4 of not being able to find anything, and it is extremely frustrating. Cracking my finger on my toenails as I'm saying that. So this Monday, I actually got the fuck up and just went to 2 places I knew I could apply directly, places I didn't have to want to go back to, places I've worked before at that matter. And I was really upset because I was like, if I have to literally go back to the place that I hated the most. But I'm there at this point. And so for me, I'm in a do or die situation of my life currently, and I'm looking for work like nobody's business on top of nobody's business on top of your bitch. So I'm having to clean the clothes that I have for interviews every week just to make sure, because bitch, I be going through, right? So for me, yeah, we're going to keep this YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm going to still keep this going and still try to ride this boat. But I have never been more determined to flip things around in my life And I've also just removed myself from that section of social media that is telling me I ain't doing shit. Okay, cool. You believe it. That's your business. Have at it. Me and God and the people who believe in me, we have work to do. So that's just where I'm at with this one. And being sober has given me this clarity recently, but it's also had me a lot more manic because that used to be my comfort thing. You know, for those of you who may partake a little bit, that's kind of the thing. You do that sort of bit to like mask whatever it is, and then you just keep it rolling. I can't do that no more. Like I can't. I was like, this honey, like the reality is I got 2 fur children. I got one that needs dental work. I got another one over here that thinks she's big bossy boots. I got to feed these hoes on top of me, on top of everything else. This is my last year at this apartment. I don't want to stay here no more. And most certainly with what I'm doing right now, it may not be the best help to get another place. So I have to establish something else going on here. I'm fully aware of the spectrum of the picture. It's just now me needing to get into that next door because I don't want to leave this alone at all. Love to continue to cover Drag Race. Love to continue to cover other shows. I believe that once I get this other job, I'll be more inclined to do edited work because I won't have time to go live. I'll be like, I'm too tired for that. The day I have off, I want to just spend and do a video, which I'm kind of driving into right now. I still have a heated rivalry video coming out and a Pokopia one, but I actually stopped playing Pokopia. Y'all are like, what? Listen, I got a lot on my plate. I am having to very much focus right now. So I've had to put a lot of shit down. I've had to turn off a lot of subscriptions. No more Hulu, Disney Plus free. That's too expensive anyways. But I had to pause a lot of stuff. I had to give up my washer and dryers. I was like, I can't. I'm paying for too many things. I got to lock in. Shit's not going good right now. We got to actually act like we ain't doing well and that people are what it is. So it's been an interesting journey getting to that. But when I tell you, y'all, like, put a prayer out for your boy, because I really am just trying to get back into some sort of field where, yes, I'm going to get some benefits because I need it. But a steady check, especially. And to be honest and to be fair, I really wish I climbed into this seat much earlier, even when the channel was doing good and all that kind of stuff and everything else was fine like that. I wish I didn't fall into a reliable or a dependency phase in some sort of bit with that. So I just want you to be aware of, why is Matt not here? Why haven't you seen a video, this, that, and the other? Your mother, I'm out here trying to make sure I don't like literally crack, if you will. And I don't get free therapy anymore. So yeah, that does play a factor. So I love y'all to bits and pieces, and I appreciate you for those that do still tune in and watch me, and those of you who've been with me from the long run of this channel. You've seen the lows, you've seen the highs. We're back to lows again. It is what it is. Thank you for helping me out on other platforms too. It means a lot, and I also know I have a responsibility in social media on these platforms to be better with how I like handle things. But I don't know how I'm going to deal with this month coming up. I got things that I got to pay, Friday, and I only have one of them right now on top of rent coming up, and I'm just like, at this point, and I have not been able to do light jobs like I've been doing. I haven't had anything like pop up. I even applied for the current World Cup thing coming up. Girl, I didn't get no call back for that. Like, what's happening? Like, bitch, I'll go work the bar. Shit. I don't know. I need something, man. And when I keep seeing the whole like job market thing is down, it's apparently real. I'm still waiting for like a new thing to pop up. I keep on refreshing the ones I already like applied to, but I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Listen, we all are going through something. So if you haven't been on the channel watching, I get it. Like, you have to take a step back. Like, we all have our own reasons for doing whatever. I know that sometimes it doesn't apply to other people's channels because it's more consumable, and maybe mine's just not right now. And maybe that's the honesty I should hear from some, and maybe they don't want to say it, but it's very loud and clear based on numbers. So I've accepted it. I can only be me, and I can only try, and I can only do the best that I can, right? And so that's just sort of what we got to do. So who knows what will happen? Who knows if I'll be here? Who knows what will take place? I will just try my best and try to keep everybody abreast and everything else like that. But if you've started to notice that my social medias are locking up or whatever, and you want to still follow me, do send a request. But I am going to have to start locking down my accounts because even with my channel tanking, I'm having people still harass me like every other day. And I still get random accounts that send me threatening messages, as well as screenshots of my analytics and how much I'm making and very much laughing in my face. And that's been happening for the past fucking month consistently. But I was told not to talk about that. So regardless, we're trying. We're trying. But yes, I'm locking most of the accounts up. And if you're just are not following me, and you still want to, you're going to have to follow me. I'm sorry if I post something you don't like, you're going to stop to follow me. But if you just want to keep it here, that's cool. Or if you're on the Patreon, then that works too. But yes, if you did want to throw any love in your boy's jar, everything is going to really count these next couple of days. For me, it's paypal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $Memo924, and Venmo-Rants. You do not have to if you don't want to, but it would certainly be appreciated. And I thank you. Okay, so let's get into our hot topics. I definitely just wanted to start this out with letting you know, hey, this is what's going on. I'm fully aware. I'm not daft to what's taking place, and I do know it's literally my fault. So I have nobody to blame but me, and I can just try to do better and hope people start to like what I give more. And for those of you who do like what's still happening and you're here, fuck yeah, I love you. Thank you. But I'm definitely not going to go into some the world's against me. Man, everybody's against everybody. Look outside. Fuck you. Duh. You know what I mean? So it just doesn't really matter if I sit and sprue over it. It's already done. It's already happening. So okay, so what's the next routine? What's the next step? But bitch, I'm at the point of licking the floor for some fucking money. No shade. Felicia, thank you so much for the love on PayPal. Appreciate you, maybe. Enjoyed the movie reactions on Patreon. Got me singing Look at Me to my kids. Oh no, I pulled this. Hold on. Okay, I almost messed that up. Look at me. Keep up your head, Maddie, and stay positive. Hugs. Thank you, Felicia. That actually, that tippy poo, hit 10% of a goal that I'm trying to do right now. So thank you. I appreciate you for that. For realsies. For real. I almost said for reals, yo. But still, yeah, for reals, yo. Thank you. We did a Jackie's Back reaction on Patreon. That is such an awesome movie. It's such a great movie. It's one of my favorite movies. Today, it's Jawbreaker. I'm jumping into the favorite movie category because I'm currently taking a break from the video game world because I'm in my own little head right now with my current situation. So I'm I don't feel good about playing something. Yes, canceled the PlayStation subscription to everything. Oh, that was so hard to do. Oh, I was I haven't played Dead by Daylight. I don't even know what the update's right? But I'm we got to get a job. We got to get a job. So when I'm not doing anything, I'm working out or I'm watching movies. Also, hurry up, Drag Race. No shade. And let me know when All Stars is starting. I know when it's starting. But let me shut up. I know when it's starting. But I need some other show to pop up because we no longer have UK versus the world. There is a barren wasteland. I need a secondary bent-wristed show to watch right now. It's not happening. I'm a little upsetty. Plain Jane's no longer on House of Villains, so the show's definitely taking a different tip, if you will. It's taking a different till, a tad bit. I'm a little disappointed right now. I'm this isn't as great as what I was hoping it was gonna give this season. But all right, wow, we had a DQ and everything. So yeah. very much not giving that girl. So I need them to do something, because wow. I miss the days when Drag Race just threw 7 series at me. Was I the one complaining about that? I take it back. I shake my mic. Oh my goodness. Dave, thank you so much for the tippy poo on PayPal. I appreciate you, my friend. That definitely, oh, these are hitting the chunks. They're hitting them, y'all. They're hitting them. Thank you. Thank you. With your tippy poo, D, at that said 20 now. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Candy. I love that name for multiple reasons. Well, you know, I mean, it's Pose. It's Pose, bitch. Are my Pose reactions still on Patreon? Who's one of my Patreon members? Because you know I have 785 videos up on there, and I'm only charging $2, girl. I hope all of them are on there. If some of them aren't on there anymore, I will do a rewatch of those episodes that are missing. Yeah, they deserve it. Thank you so much on my Venmo, baby. Oh my gosh, we're literally almost 30% there. Thank you so very much, Candy. I appreciate you for the love on Venmo. It really does matter and count. It does. I just watched season 9 of All Stars. Oof, how'd that go? You know what? The one that I can really turn back on again and watch the most, and you're probably going to be like, oh, Maddie. Are you ready? It's 7. All-Star 7 makes me, I literally love watching it, but I get so emotional. I can't even watch Jigglies either. Yeah, I can't do it. Like the moment Viv come on the screen, I start to sob every time now. I'm like, and you know, I'm cool with Evie. Shout out to Evie, that's my baby. I'm cool with Jada. Like that was my season. Y'all don't understand. Remember, I was at the front row for the what was it? Bring Back My Girls for the All-Star that they canceled and didn't show y'all, by the way, which is crazy work. I still find in my own like ego, I'm like, it was my fault. Cause like Vivian gave me love. They were like, we don't like this guy. Okay. We're talking about TV shows too. So this is a part of the rant with me today. So I did start a new series on Patreon called All Her Fault. She's a holy crap. That first episode, the way I wrote off that show, I kid you not, saw the trailer, I was like, girl, please. I was like, girl, please. I said, what kind of, forgive me, white woman drama is this? I was like, I don't want it to have nothing to do with it. And then I saw Jay Ellison was like, oh, okay, maybe there's a reason I need to be there. Dakota Fanning grew up with Miss Mama in her little face. That's her head to me. So okay. And it had my girl from that show, it's on HBO, and I never get to sit through the whole season, but I always catch episodes, and I love it so very much. The redheaded lady, who I like a lot. She's a great actress. Great actress. I said, okay, all right. And my other boy, he was, I think he was Cyclops in a movie or something like that. Yeah, First Class. I was like, okay. I wrote it off. Bitch, I saw that first episode today. What? We think it's her. It's not her. We think it's this one. It's not that one. Maybe it's this one. They went home with who? Imagine, okay. Listen to my gays, theys, thems, and the women's and everybody in between. Come here, because I got to start the purpose of the show. This is the light review after my reaction, right? Check it out for All Her Fault, episode 1. Imagine you go to someone's house that you were told to go to pick up your child, to find out that no, your child is not here. Not only is your child not here, I have no idea who you are or why you are here. Well, I was just texted from this number who happens to be a mom that goes to the same, has a child at the same school as mine, that they were having a play date today and I needed to pick them up. Okay, this is the right address, but I'm not them. To then try to call the number that texted you about this play date that you agreed to. The number does not work. Why does the number do not work? What would mean it doesn't work? Okay, so let's start calling around. Like, let's not panic too much. They call like the head of the PTA, this lady who's a little, I don't like her right now. I do not like that woman. I'm like, something about her gives bitch. And she's like, oh, well, you should have this and that. And she's like, well, I don't. Let me see if I can give you her number so she can reach out to Jessica. Miss Mama pick up the phone and is like, oh, no, my son is with her. Oh, well, if her son's with her and they're not on a play date, then what's going on? She's like, no, I'm at work. I'm busy. I'm not even at my house. Someone has picked up your child from school and has taken your child. And what makes it worse is that you agreed to it happening via a text message. The baby goes missing. Okay. The wife is crashing out, rightfully so. Got a call. The police calls her husband. Her co-workers are involved. The sister of the husband is now in there. Like, everybody's sort of like pulling up to the scene, like what's happening. And then Dakota Fanning's character, who is the lady who apparently was supposed to be the one to pick up the child, okay, from the school, but it wasn't her, and that wasn't her phone that was texting her. Get into this. As I'm watching it, I was like, no fucking way. Bro. It's the nanny. So far that we know, right? Like the main suspect, because apparently the only people who pick up the children from the school, because these folks got money, are their parents or the nannies do this, right? So not the nanny of your child, but the nanny of apparently someone else's child picks up your son, okay, and checks him out of school. The boy had an Apple tag. The Apple tag was destroyed and left on the property. The phone disconnected, burner phone. The woman, though, who hired this lady, who's apparently, that was the one that they thought, oh, well, she texted me. Well, I never texted you. Oh, okay, so what's happening? That was her nanny. I'm like, oh my God, this is too much. So the lady who apparently you thought had taken your child, no, it wasn't her. It was her nanny. You thought it was your nanny that did it, but your nanny come back to the house looking for her cell phone. She's like, I haven't even gone on my trip just yet. It was like, what? Get into this. We're not done. This is the first episode. I was over here losing it. The husband is trying to be supportive the entire time all this is happening. But in the midst of like everything taking place and more information coming out, the wife starts asking questions that are a little bit deep. If it's not ransom, is it da-da-da, word I can't say on YouTube, has to do with, you know, freeways and cars. And if there's like clogged up on the freeway, yeah, that word, right? Or possibly a PDF, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm talking about the man starts crashing out and immediately, oh my God, it was such a gag. I was like, no way. Immediately, you could just like follow up and call and all that. But this is me also listening to him say all that. Yeah. Why did you just reply via text? Oh, that's cool. Go ahead and take my child. Because at first she tells the police that she knows this lady and she's cool and she never like gave a bad vibe, but she doesn't give like more than that. the episode shows that they actually had this like very intimate moment, not intimate sexually, but like building rapport friendship wise amongst these suburban women who are very like, and they're women who go to work, who have children. And so they're sort of bond over this bit of like having too much to deal with, and at the same time being responsible for being mothers. Oh yes, baby, I was locked in. I know I'm very much into the show. Jay Ellis is a coworker who is, I feel, more involved than what is giving right now. Of like something about him reads, I'm sleeping with somebody in this room. Or possibly is on some bullshit too. I don't know. There's a brother who stays there who I'm not sure if he has a disability or if he had an accident. And so right now he's like sort of like limping around a little bit. He's got stuff. Is her name Haley Kiyoko? Kaylee Kiyoko? Whoever was on The Big Bang Theory is on there. I love her. And she plays the husband's sister. Who wants to talk to Dakota Fanning's character, who is the lady, again, who is being accused of, but is not responsible because it's the nanny now. Now, the gag. And I thought about this. So the police interview the other mom and her husband, and she's freaking out because she thinks that her child is gone. But hold on, come with me here. She knows her child is in the house. Do y'all understand me? Okay, there was this part that gagged me a bit with her character because I was like, why are we so focused on her and not the other woman whose child is missing? I said, okay, we're supposed to be building up something with her, right? Okay, cool. She's very like driven for work. She's clearly got a lot going on, but she's supposed to be a mother, even though she has her father like stay at home, all that kind of stuff, right? It's like, okay, whatever, right? Okay, stay with me. Stay with me. I'm explaining. I'm doing it. The police ask a question about how long ago did they hire this nanny? 3 months ago. First red flag. Second red flag. Like, did she come with any recommendations or anything like this and all that kind of stuff? Oh, no. Like, we just met her. Okay. The third one. They ask her if she's displayed any like violent history. Dakota Fanning's character goes, she's like, no. And the police are like, okay, like, ma'am, like, if you know something, say something, because there's a child missing, a 5-year-old little boy. Like, are you? And you're low key on the hit list here of like, hey, it might be you, so you need to explain something. This lady goes, and I kid you not, this is how I know that was bullshit. I was like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Apparently she was in the kitchen or something at another, and the nanny was in there, and so was her son, and they were doing something, and he did something or whatever, and the nanny reacted by raising her hand up to slap him. And Dakota saw that and was like, oh no, and like freaked out and all that kind of shit. And he was like, oh my God, what are you talking about? It was a fly. And she saw the fly move and was like, oh my gosh, I overreacted. But when she finished saying that and was like, no, nothing's wrong with her, it was almost as if she didn't believe that even initially herself. Like, yes, there was the fly is there, so that is a possibility. But what did you feel when you saw it and you reacted to it? What did the intentions, like, you read the body language. Why do you think you reacted that way? I was over here going. So her husband, it's like, you need to chill the fuck out. We need to sit low and we need to like all this because there's heat on us right now in the situation. She's like, I need to like say I'm sorry and apologize. He's like, why are you trying to say you sorry? Like, don't say anything. To me, he's right. That's almost like an admission of guilt. And in reality, it is kind of, they are a little bit guilty because you hired this woman and you're supposed to know who they are and their business and everything else like that. Plus, you have to bring that nanny around other people's kids. If you really think about that, like, you as a parent, as an adult, you're responsible for yourself, right? But as a parent, you're responsible for your children. But now if you bring in other people into the equation and you're also pulling them into public settings with other people's kids where you're all supposed to be cohabitating together and working together, and you have somebody like a nanny that's in there that has some sort of like bad background, that's, they say one bad apple spoils the bunch. It's that. there's a little truth to all these things, but you're also thinking, have some humanity, have a little bit of compassion, have some people that show, bro. So when he had his little crash out on his wife, to get it back to that part, the look she gave him, I had to get up from my seat. It was so good. It was so good. But Dakota Fanning's character gets there and she's like apologizing and shit. And then she walks in the door with her and she's like, this is my friend. To the two detectives. Hold up. You told the police this is somebody who you don't really know like that, but you know from school. You ran to them a couple times and she's good people, but like never on the level of this is my friend. And mind you, she just had that situation with her husband, so she needed some support. And in that moment, after the conversation they had a couple of days ago when they were in the bathroom talking, and she's like, I'm tired of being like a hero. I felt that was her fully like releasing into Dakota's character, who also still is a suspect in the kidnapping of her child, to then come in the house and be like, this is my friend. Bitch, that first episode gagged. I was like, no. Oh, she did win? Okay, good. And her name is Sarah Snook. Okay, I gotta look up more of her work. I like her as an actress. That's a bad one. That's a bad one. I was like, oh, did you see what I got up when she like the way she had to absorb what he said, and then the decision to not get him there because he embarrassed her in front of all those people. Let's be real. The decision to not get him, but to look at him like, I'm going to get you. I don't know when, I don't know how, but when it happens, oh, it's going to be nasty. It's going to be ugly. I'm going to hurt. I loved it. I loved it. So if you haven't seen the show yet, All Her Fault, it's on Peacock. I saw the first episode. I'm hooked, and I'll be doing reactions to it on Patreon. And tomorrow will be an interview with the vampire. Jawbreakers next. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please hit that like button, share, subscribe, support. I am no longer at 23,000. We're at 29,991 now. So many people left the channel. So if we get it back, that'd be amazing. If not, the group that I have, I love you so much and I appreciate your support. If you did want to show some love, it is Muy Importante this week. Forgive me, excuse me, please and thank you. It is paypal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $Matt924, and Venmo-Rants. Shout out to those of you who have already tippy pooed. To CB, thank you, maybe, for the tippy poo and the love on PayPal. Let's see here. Wow. Okay, so I have hit like 40, I think. Am I bad at math? I think I'm a little bad. I can't believe I worked in a bank. This is why I'm not getting a job now. 38% is probably what it is. Yeah, that we're at for the goal here. So that's amazing. Thank you so very much. I appreciate the love and appreciate your support. But yeah, catch All Her Fault and check out my Patreon. It's a hoot. It's a hoot. Okay. Let's do a little hot topic moment here. Zendaya and Tom Holland getting secretly married is kind of the ultimate flex in the way you're supposed to do it. And it also lets you know that they're complete A-listers. I'm just finding that so funny. Law Roach, it's almost like he's a part of the paparazzi moment with Zendaya now, to where if I see a picture of her, I know he's right there. He is her stylist. But there was this shot I saw on Twitter the other day that had me hollering of him, where it was like Zendaya is making a funny face. There's a whole other person who's just like, okay, we're in the middle of doing something, and Law's on the phone, either gagging somebody or just trying to figure it out because there's some clear frustration. It was so funny. But I love seeing that. I love seeing it. Okay, let's talk about some, before I get into the music category with KATSEYE and Chappell Roan. Let's talk about the Harry Potter trailer. Have you seen it yet? It's out now. Let me not spend too much time on this, but enough time for you to get where I'm going to go with this. Hell no. Hell no. Everybody on there looks like they need some milk. Okay. No, this ain't no Daniel Radcliffe. This is not the perfect casting that we had for the original movies at all. That's the one. There is not a score that is hitting as hard and will never as hard as the OOG and original one. So when you see the trailer, there is a bit of that whimsy and magic gone. It is gone. It is very much them doing a series, and it feels like an anthology. It's an anthology bit. It's going to be on HBO. I know I have HBO, but I'm refusing low-key to watch it. As a big Harry Potter fan, I'm a bit disappointed in what I've seen. I'm like, why okay, so in my opinion, Felicia, I think the series is so that wretch can get some more money out of this, and she's milking that cow dry for as much as she can. And she also wanted to approve of some things, and I feel like they're going to try to change up some stuff. Is what I think they're doing. And people are saying, no, she's not that much. Yes, she is. Don't do that. Yes, she is. Like, stop. Severus Snape is Black in this new TV series. I'm always here for us being involved in anything, but I'm going to be real with you. The little light second I saw, I was like, oh, no. I thought he was a student. I was like, no. Hagrid, no. Dumbledore, no. I was like, oh no, this is odd. But the weirdest point for me is Harry, Ron, and Hermione all look like they are malnourished. Like, Harry would be understandable because he's supposed to be. Like, for real, but like, Ron come from a good home. Them Weasleys, bitch, them ginger motherfuckers over there, they be bred like they come from a whole lineage of folks. Like, they be living like very much like we got a lot of kids and shit, but nah, they're rich in the magic history now, and they be feeding those children. Okay, that man go to work at the bank. Or was it the Ministry of Magic? I can't remember. Oh, forgive me. I'm so sorry. See, I'm losing a little bit of the lore. Like, and don't forget who their mother is. Are you fucking crazy? Oh, Ron should look like, maybe Ron should low-key be Big Boy. Ron should low-key be Delightful Derek. High key. But he got too many siblings. That's the reason why he's skinny. Look, as someone who's 1 of 10, yeah. If there were leftovers, they were not there the next day. Someone was eating them that night. Someone was catching it in the morning. It's taken to school the next day. My mama was really good for that. Very much. Oh, y'all didn't finish dinner? Watch how funny I do you for your lunch for school tomorrow. You better hope there's a microwave. But nah, I just, the magic's not there. I may have grown out of it. That's a possibility. I may not be in nostalgia for Harry Potter anymore like I used to. I still like the books. Personally, the movies were great up until I didn't really care for which one was it, Matthew? Ooh, okay, let's start. Hold on, let's pull it up because I gotta go through the list. Hold on, we're not trying to open that. Yes. Not the Weasley seed is strong. Listen, they said that. You remember that South Park episode with the ginger gene and they were talking about it? But it happened 3 times. What are the odds? 1 in 4 chance of your children being ginger. I said, but it happened 3 times. Okay. Harry Potter series books, go. All right, boom. Really? So all of my books, unfortunately, were given away, and I found this out recently. Not happy. My mother re-bought those same books. And so if I did want to get her books, I have to go to storage all the way in California because we still have mommy stuff in store. Well, we still have a storage for my mother's stuff that we go through periodically, and people certain things that we just can't get rid of, or things that we want to take. And we're still trying to contact, even though my mom's been gone for so long, it's like we still try to reach out to people who are like, hey, we saw this. Do you want this? Because you have an attachment to that. So Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and the Deathly Hallows. I'm not including the Cursed Child in that one. Okay. The worst movie? Half-Blood Prince. Down. Ooh, no, I take it back. Order of the Phoenix. Order of the Phoenix was the most boring one. I hated reading that book. Sorcerer's Stone was the beginning. That was the ultimate, like, what the hell did I just finish? That was amazing. There's another book. That was me. There's another book. Chamber of Secrets, I didn't like as much as I liked the first one, but I was still like locked in. Prisoner of Azkaban, that girl. Ooh, such a good book. And to me, the best movie was Prisoner of Azkaban, and I attribute that to Guillermo del Toro being a genius filmmaker that he is. He made that movie so awesome and special, and the way that they were able to use Hermione's powers, the way the Dementors were put into the movie. Sirius Black, are you kidding me? Like that intro and everything, and then the whole Hagrid bit where we get into the monsters, the way that pacing was, that movie was so good. It was so good. When we get our first was it Spectrum Patronum? Expecto Patron, that first bit, man, please. You can't tell me nothing. Remember, Harry was like, it was me. I was looking at myself, and he hit that motherfucker. I was like, come on, Harry. Oh, it was so good. So good. I remember when I was growing up, though, that the book Goblet of Fire was the favorite. I just got out of boot camp, and I got that book as a present, and a cat. Crazy story, but I almost finished that book in the car ride back home. I was so locked in because I was like, oh my God, the tournament. I was screaming. I was so happy because I didn't get to, that was the only book that's not how you talk, Matthew. That was the only time I didn't get to wait in line wait for a book. And I was in boot camp because my parents were trying to butch me up, Marine Military Academy. And it worked out so well. I was considered one of the most athletic people there. And I did prove a lot of people wrong. And a lot of people at the end of that experience respected me versus made fun of me. I will say at the beginning of that experience, I was called every gay slur you could think of me. They were dragging me, talking about beating me up. Then they saw me with Peugeot sticks, and that changed a lot of people's minds. And saw me boxing. It saw me, basically, they put someone in the ring with me that was 2 weight classes over just so I could get beat up. It was wild. And I still handled it. And they were like, oh, I was like, yes, I'm crazy. Shout out to the Fox Company. My brother was in Delta and I was in Fox. I'll never forget that experience. I still hold that grudge against my dad. He thinks that it was the best thing ever. It was not. Oh my God. How could I forget dodgeball? Baby, I used to tear them. I'm competitive by nature as one of 10. And it's like majority boys. I'm competitive by nature. So like, why do you think I hate what's happening right now with this channel and me? I'm not happy with how that's going down. I was ready to be a winner. But yes. I remember the book went into lots of detail with the Quidditch World Cup, but only a few minutes were shown in the film. Oh, that pissed me off. Was that the Order of the Phoenix, right? I'm thinking that's the one. Because remember, wasn't Harry lost, if I'm correct? I'm trying to remember how that went down. Because there was a win and all that jazz, but that was like the earlier stuff. But it was like a lot. That was when, remember, Harry was an asshole at one point in time in the series. And I hated him. It was Goblet of Fire. Okay, bet. Yeah, no, Goblet of Fire, that was the tournament. And so for me, it was less about the Quidditch bit, and it was more about us getting into the different houses and us getting new characters and me low-key falling in love with one of them that ended up like dying. And I was like, no, but like that that book was so good. It was so big. It was so thick. Like it just kept going and going and going. Because I remember like they having to do the tournament, but Harry was also trying to still like do stuff with Hermione and Ron. And there was a lot of tug of war happening with him and like his responsibilities because Gryffindor was depending on him for everything. And it was a lot. I live for that book. That was a good one. But Prisoner of Azkaban was the best. And I have to admit, the Deathly Hallows, the movie experience did not touch the book at all. Sorcerer's Stone, the movie and the book to me were very close. I was like, okay, fits. And other ones I felt were near, not close, but near. I was like, that one, Deathly Hallows. Oh, you're so right. It was Alfonso. Why was I thinking it was Guillermo? That's right. It sure was Alfonso. Paulina, thank you for correcting that. I thought it was Guillermo. Maybe I applied it because they had some of the similar styles that were happening there. Hold on, let me double check. Why was my brain saying it was the man? Yes, 3 all day. Come on now. You're more than likely right. You're right, Alfonso. Sure right. Hold on, let me see what his works are. Okay. Pan's Labyrinth. That's why. I got. I was like, how did I confuse the? Oh, that's right. I was like, oh, okay. I like his work. He did again Pan's Labyrinth. Love that one. Gravity was a good movie. Children of Men. Oh. Y Tu Mama Tambien. I always say that wrong, but I remember watching that movie. Great Expectations, a gag to see on this list. I'm old enough to remember Great Expectations. Shout out to everybody that went to a movie theater before stadium seating. Shout out to everybody that went to the movie theater before stadium seating. Hey, we were not blessed. Oh no. I lost my mic. Hold on. Out of my phone. Okay. We're back. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Oh. Is it gone forever? I'm like, where is my phone? It must be gone forever. Oh my God. I literally cannot find it. Okay. Nobody freak out. I can't. Okay, I found it. Jesus. It's like, oh my God, it is gone. Okay. Sorry. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, become part of this Rant Pack family. I am trying to raise the La Cointadas this week. So if anybody can throw anything in the tippy jar, whether it's a super chat or in the paypal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App Matt924, or Venmo Matty-Rants, that's upstairs. It'd be much appreciated. I will be going live on Friday and Saturday this week. Friday will be a House of Villains and a TV show sort of recap of things I've been watching that's happening. So it'll be a multifaceted show just based off of several TV shows that I'm watching right now and giving like breakdowns on them. It'll be a fun live. Definitely tune in for that. And then, of course, Saturday will be RuPaul's Drag Race as well. I may end up doing videos throughout the rest of the week just to hope that YouTube can see, like, hey, you kind of messed me over this month. You can see I've been doing stuff right. Whatever. You might see that, but I'm going to do my best here. Especially because we have a lot on our plate and I gotta pay some really big stuff this week. I have to pay the Vimeo, which is like how y'all are getting your Patreon in the first place. And they raise their price up, especially because I post a lot of stuff. And I'm under a program with them where I'm able to do so, but I have to pay like a certain amount. And yeah, I'm a little mad. They raised it up quite a lot. So I gotta pay that this weekend. And I got another payment I gotta make because y'all know I'm also going back to the same place I did last year. But this year is gonna be very different. I have to go. It's gonna be very different. It's a smaller group and everything. I've also I got a free day pass to go to the spa. Honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. We gotta move this year. Ugh. We gotta move this year. Oh, just a lot. Love my car. Oh, speaking of which, Bernice is okay. We did get the air intake hose changed. Shout out to the last time I got a big tippy poop. My baby. Oof, thank you. I was able to get that fixed. So the car runs a tad bit better, but I still have to get the catalytic converter fixed. Yeah, it just runs longer better now. But if I'm out with the car for more than 45 minutes or an hour, it starts to luggy just a tad bit. And then in the morning now I have to sit with the car and let her be on for a bit before she will crank. If I just get in the car and I just do this, she's like, no. The car be for it feels like it every time. It'd be like, oh no, I'm not turning on. Turning on for you, bitch. But once I sit in the car, it takes 10, 15 seconds. It'd be like dum 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 dum. Then I crank it and it's like, oh, okay, cool, we'll go. So that is very much the guy was like catalytic converter. I'm like, I know. That's gonna cost a lot. That's why I have been. My friend told me I should get Dane. He told me to get the tune-up in a can thing from Walmart, but I'm so afraid to put that in the car. But he's like, no, you have an older model vehicle, it'll be fine. You have an inline 4 engine tube, so you're not running a V6, girl. And I was like, I don't. I need her to work because especially once I do get the job, we need to be able to get to the job because bitch, I've been applying for work at home stuff, but I've stopped doing that recently. Now that we have a car and I need whatever I can motherfucking get, okay. But yeah, that's happening. That's the world I'm in. So y'all's tippy poos do matter. I thank you. It will hold for you for a few months. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do to get through summer. To get through summer is really where I'm at. If I can get through summer without having to pay all that, it'd be great. But the sooner the better, to be real. But we're just trying to not overthink it because that's literally my day of really overthinking everything. Sucks. Okay. So Harry Potter TV series will be coming out in Christmas. I don't have an interest for it. It just didn't look good to me. But hey, who knows, right? April, Euphoria is back. Did you see the trailer? Are you excited for Euphoria? Euphoria is a show I do covered, though. Y'all remember I did reviews. Okay, good. I don't know if this is going to be it, y'all. I'm going to be real. I don't know. That trailer was booty hole. I do not like Sydney Sweeney at all. I don't want any hyper focus or long episodes on her. I don't want to see it. Don't have any interest. Um, Rue is still like basically I can't say the word mule. Like what? I don't know. Like I'm going to do reactions on Patreon. As far as reviews here, I don't know about that. But the poster for it looks bad. Everybody's doing the Star Wars bit from back in the day, the very like, oh, main villain here or main hero side, this side. No one's getting original with these posters anymore. It all looks like AI slop. Hated it. I do want to see what happened with Maud's character. And I do want to know what happened with my baby Maddie. That's my girl. Like, I do want to know that bad. I just don't know about the rest of it, you guys. So if you haven't seen the trailer yet, it's up. It doesn't, it gives you something, but not a lot about what's going to happen. And it's very last time. And it's like, I don't know. But I'll definitely be doing reactions on Patreon. I just don't have high hopes. Now, where is P-Valley at? Okay, what? I feel like I should do a deep dive video on why we haven't seen P-Valley in forever. What is happening over there at Stars? Is it still on Stars? They said that they were on set filming at one point in time. Was that a lie? Did that happen? Like, what? Where is the show? It's actually good. Oh, I love me some P-Valley now. Huh. Where are you? Come back. I'm serious. That show is so good. Like, it makes no sense we don't see it like as much as we used to. What happened to it? Did they lose the funding? Like, reality stories? Did someone pass? Like, I just would like to know, because they left it on some real cliffhanger shit. The second season was so good. It just, you cannot let that show go. So yeah, like honestly, Stars is kind of messing that up. Google says filming ended at the end of December. That means, piece of Mateo. If we come back only for his character to be got, I'm going to be upset, because he was one of my favorites. He was one of the real ones. They can't do my boy like that. No, not one of the, not one of the reasons to watch the show. I would be so pissed off if they got rid of him, because they already let that other character go that wasn't in the light-skinned lady. You know, they already got rid of her. So we don't got to deal with her bullshit no more. We ain't got to deal with Scotty nobody. We ain't got to deal with her no more. So now it's on to the other people. I'm just like, It's been 6 years since P-Valley aired, right? Yeah, when was the last season? It's been a long time. My YouTube channel was doing a lot better when P-Valley was on. My YouTube channel was doing a lot better when P-Valley was on. Oh, it's so true. Oh, I can't. Matt, we cry through the pain. I know. Swarm season 2 would be lit. They'd have to do it like an anthology series where it's based off of a different celebrity. I don't know why they haven't done the Taylor Swifties. You did one on Beyonce, because that was Beyonce. I don't know why we haven't gone there yet. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting if they did that. I know Black Mirror did get renewed, so we're definitely going to get a new series of those. I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of fell out with the last one. I was trying to get into it and I just couldn't. Oh, Paulina. Yeah, if I, as a Chucky fan, can give you an update on the series, it does look like it is currently dead right now. I always say have hope, because I know Don Mancini loves his not only his creation, but within the movie universe of Child's Play, but also the TV series was a cult show. People loved it. There was a following. But right now we haven't heard anything. I think the last time I even looked up something on this, because I used to be like really locked in. because me and Blake were mega fans of the Chucky TV series. Me and Blake watched that bitch. That was my panel member who I could I could talk to about the show. Who was like, Matt, you what? Yes, I saw the episode. It was everything. Like, yeah. But I think right now they were shopping around to other networks and no one picked it up. I'm shocked that Tubi hasn't touched it. I don't know if Don doesn't want to hit it like that with that streaming app or something of the sorts, but I think it's madness that nobody's touched it. I think it's madness. It's such a good show. I am glad that the third season did have somewhat of an end to it, but not an end, if you will. For those of you who know about the final season that happened with the show, they start off with a bang. Like Chucky was killing everybody, but it did have this very cool moment where you saw different versions of him. I love that so much. I'm glad that Dawn did that and gave Chucky some backstory. The way they left season 3, it was very, we can do something with this. And I'm glad, I'm so glad that Dawn did that. He gave the show legs if it ever could crawl again. He did. Or even if it went into a movie, which I think would be a better idea of him to do. Like, even if he didn't want to do a TV series again, you can do that. Yeah, I know Shudder has some of the episodes. I know Peacock has all of the episodes still on there for the Chucky TV series, which I'm thankful for because I want to watch the whole show again and again and again. I still do. I still do. But yeah, we don't know yet. Unfortunately, Paulina, let's hold out hope because I love Chucky. It's my favorite horror movie icon out of all the icons, and that stems from me having a big fear of dolls as a kid and my brothers and cousins fucking with me on that. But I overcame that fear growing up by finally just like locking into horror movies. I think that's another reason why I love horror movies so much. And Child's Play 2 was my introduction to Chucky. I was 4 years old. Was I 4? No, wait. I had to be. No, I think I was. Because the movie had already been out and my cousins were watching it at home on VHS after going to Blockbuster that night. 1990. Yeah, I was 4. 1990. I'll never forget it. California. I think it was 1991. I hadn't turned 5 yet. So it was the summertime and we were visiting my cousins and they went to Blockbuster and we got a bunch of movies. And so one of the movies they had was Child's Play 2. And so I woke up in the middle of the night because I was a night walker, if you will. I don't know if you were ever like this as a kid, but I was one of those kids that never could sleep. So at like in the middle of the night, I would always be getting up and walking through the house, checking every door, looking out every window, creating almost scenarios in my head and imagining things happening or whatever, to then get to my like TV and turn it on at the lowest volume possible. And that's how I used to watch Cinemax at night. Or anything I was never supposed to be watching was the way I used to do that. And I did that for the majority of my life growing up, always and forever, until I was, too old for that to fucking matter. But I was walking around my cousin's house and they saw me and my cousin already knew to mess with me and was like, Matt, come in here. We want you to watch something. Never forget it. I'll never forget this shit. Baby, I sat on that floor because they were in my cousin's room and it was like my older cousins, like I'm not gonna say everybody's name, but they were in there, and then one of my younger cousins, but he was like a teenager, and just me at 4. It is the scene in the toy factory where Andy is crawling up the rollers and Kyle's like, come on. Like, it's that whole scene. This is my first introduction to Chucky. He misses the roller and starts rolling back. I'm locked in. Like, I'm watching. Like, why is he in a toy store? Baby, here comes Chuck. My cousin said, Matt, you ejected. Like, ejected, screamed so loud, woke up my uncle. My uncle comes out there cussing my cousins out. I'm talking about everybody got their ass whooped that night. Like, I kid you not, over that situation. And I was traumatized. I had a My Buddy doll at that time. Had to get rid of it. I had to get rid of it. It was too much. I was like, bro, it looks too much like it. Like, this is too much. I had a Barney doll too, the one that you could like press his like foot and it would be like singing the song and shit. Had to get rid of that. Everything that talked. I had the Not the Mama doll, because I was one of those kids that had the stuffed animals, okay? I had the one that you had the drawstring, the Not the Mama one. It talked. It had eyes. It was big. My parents were so mad, but they also thought it was fucking funny. And my brothers used to tease me with that for the longest, and that is the longest story ever to get to the point of me saying. I ended up watching it as I got older. I found it to be amazing. I was like, oh, this guy is fucking awesome. I didn't like Freddy Krueger because he got in your dreams. I don't like that shit. That I'm asleep. That should be my safe space. That's not okay. That's not okay. I don't like that at all. Y'all can like Freddy Krueger, and he's funny, especially like in the third movie. Was that Dream Warriors? I was like, Lawrence Fishburne? But no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm going to bed, and this motherfucker's getting me in my sleep and wearing me out in my sleep. Nah. No, thank you. And also his backstory, ew. That's disgusting. That's super gross. No, thank you. No, thank you. The only reason I don't give Jason kudos is because his mama had to do the work first. No shade to Jason. No shade to Jason, but Mrs. Voorhees is the dream maker. Jason wouldn't be without his mama. And I think that's the coolest thing about Jason, is that his whole origin story is not with him. It's literally his mother. And then he comes back to get her. Like that's the coolest bit. Is it weird? T talks with Xavier. Hey, Fred. Is it weird that I will literally only watch the first movie? I can't get into the other ones. I try, friend. And I went to see Freddy versus Jason, and Jason Goes to Space was in the movie theater for those. That's how old I am. That first one, though, I can watch over and over and over and over and over again. Hey, Gemini. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know. It's like almost so perfectly in the tropiness of horror movie and like, come on, Billy, let's go have sex, like that full bit. And the one character who's not down with it, everything is perfectly aligned in place. And then you're thinking, who is taking out all these campers? Because yeah, we would assume this kid died on the pond on this lake and da 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 da. But then you're like, no, it's that was the gag of the century. And I'm talking about, mind you, I think I saw that for the first time as a teenager. It was like, what? Like, nuh-uh. And that's why I liked Friday the 13th. I said that was the gaggery. But I think next to Chucky, it's Michael Myers all the way. Michael Myers all the way down. Best theme music, I guess to me, like his whole origin story behind him and everything else too is like really fucked. Everything about Halloween is so cool and the style of it is so right. I hated the remakes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate the remakes. The Rob Zombie one. You remember when Rob Zombie got a hold of everything at one point in time and we were like really giving that man some like time, energy, and work? Do y'all remember this? Please tell me some of y'all are old enough to remember the era of Rob Zombie films and like him no longer really doing music like that, but him and his wife were like doing like everything. Did you see the one that came out last year? That new Halloween one? That was bad. As much as I was happy that Jamie Lee Curtis was back up at her gig and everything, I'm not gonna lie to you. The first remake with her was enough. That was enough. That was enough, bro. That was enough. We did not need to get the other remaining ones. Like, we're going to finally kill him. We're going to finally do this. And the way they got him in the house with all the traps and all that kind of stuff. This is not a home to protect me. It's your tomb. I was like, I was like, no. Is that the one I'm thinking of? With Halloween, is it the one where Kyle Richards ended up coming back for that one too? Because that one I actually liked. I thought that one was good. Halloween 2018. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. They should have ended it right there. I agree. I agree. Because it was a direct sequel to the original. It ignored all the sequels, and that made it very interesting. Yep. I remember. Because remember, Halloween H2O isn't even canon. Holy shit. Oh, we're going there today. Hot topics, movies, this, that, the other. You hit the right station. I'm about to get in. Can we do a light little breakdown of H2O real quick? Can we do a light little breakdown of H2O real quick? Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, and come on this Rant Pack family. I appreciate you so much for being here today. I'm inspired to have a conversation of epic nerdy proportions. So if you want to drop a tip, people buy a chart, please and thank you. It is paypal.me/Matty-Rants, cash out $5.24 and Venmo-Rants. Let's go. Resurrection is the one you're thinking of with Tyra Banks and Busta Rhymes, not H2O. H2O had LL Cool J in it. Remember, LL Cool J at one point in time was your go-to rapper, black rapper actor, next to Ice Cube, no shade. And LL Cool J had in his contract he could not be killed in certain movies, i.e. Deep Blue Sea, if you remember. Should have been dead. Somehow was alive with his parrot. What the hell? Like, I hated that. I was like, bro, how did you? The Chef. And then remember Samuel L. Jackson in Deep Blue Sea? Baby, you had to be in the movie theater. Again, if you grew up in the 90s and the early 2000s, forgive me, my Z babies and you alpha kids, you will never know this experience, but like hear about it and respect it, because I promise you, if you, as you kids are, get a chance to do drive-through movies or drive-ins, if they have that, do it. If they give you a chance to go to movies at the park, that's going to be a closer experience to you getting like an old time at the movies. It won't be the same, but it'll be close because you're on one flat surface and you're all watching the movie together. But like something about the old way, something about the way the old movie theater, I used to love just going, right? But back to this, right? Like the movies and the early 2000s with the horror films and all that kind of good stuff, okay? So H2O was its own thing, and then it was like Halloween Resurrection. Halloween Resurrection was the one where they killed Jamie Lee Curtis's character. That's when they killed off Laurie Strode, and that was like its own thing, which was so wild. It was like, what? Like, I didn't understand it, because the thing is that Halloween H2O and Resurrection are its own two entities. Is that not crazy? Like, okay, so how do I explain this? Okay, cool. I got it. So, you have Halloween 1, Halloween 2, then Halloween 3, which, if you remember, again, Halloween is such a crazy fucking series. 3 has nothing to do with anything at all. Anything. That's about witches and some spell work. I kid you not. Do you skip? Should I tell? Did you like 3, y'all? For those of you who are watching this, did y'all like Halloween 3? That is one of the movies that I try to forget about. And then if I see it, I'll sit and invest, because I'm like, wow, why? Yeah, Season of the Witch. It just, I very much never understood what that pivot was about. It was like, wait, is it an anthology series now? Are they telling us that there's this town is like cursed and like it's Michael's more than just this? And then when we come back, get ready for Halloween 4, everybody, because that was around the time, Halloween 4 and 5. Those were when movies to me were really shitty. It's like the late 80s, early 90s. Oh, the soundtracks, the way everything sounds. Oh my God, I used to hate it so much as a kid. I'm like, everything sounds the same. Those are the ones I would never gonna recommend. Like late 80s and early 90s horror movies are very hit. No, it's very miss. A lot of misses and some hits. Like a lot of misses and some hits. But yeah, I can't do for. Yeah, the Jamie Lloyd storyline with the little girl, like, oh God. And then the whole like, I'm you, you're me. I was like, ugh, stupid. So yeah, H2O, to get to that. So H2O was supposed to be a skip, I guess, if you will. I think it was like the first two movies and then to H2O, or it may have just been the first one and then going there. But she's working at like a university now. Josh Hartnett's her son. This is before, this is when Michelle Williams didn't have any Oscar quality to her. She was not A-list yet. She was still Dawson's Creek famous. That's how old this movie is. And she also had a, Matthew, be quiet. It's before she looked like Renee Zellweger. At one point in time, Michelle Williams looked like herself. And then she started to transform into Renee Zellweger. And then she stopped herself from doing that. It was the face where she had that difference, like real talk. If we're really going to talk about it, Kelly Osbourne's trying to look like Renee Zellweger at one point in time. Now she's going past that. Death becomes her. I watched that a couple of days ago, by the way. That was so good. Let me see here. Okay, Laurie Strode was a headmaster and drunk. That part. She had a drinking problem. You know, she didn't want her past coming back. She was married to this guy. Like, there was a whole little thing about it, the full bit. Like, she was on with her life. LL Cool J, you know, because remember, this is around the 90s. It's like late 90s. So the trope for your Black character is working man or best friend of the white character. Okay? That's how that went down. You better, I'm not lying. I still know what you did last summer. Perfect example. Why is Brandy there? Well, she's her roommate. Oh, okay. Oh, Lord. Why am I? Now, what just overdrafted my account? This is the stuff I'm talking about. Girl, what is it? StreamYard. Okay, well, that makes sense. I mean, I'm using StreamYard right now, so that makes sense. But now we're overdrifted. Okay, we're going to have to figure that out. My life right now, I'm telling you. Jeez Louises. Okay, where was I at, y'all? My bad. I see the whole. I thought it was. I was like, yay, Tippy. No. But I use StreamYard, so perfectly makes sense here. I'm going to have to lower that tier, though, because as much as I've enjoyed the 1080, especially with this camera I got working here, yeah, no. And I don't host the panel anymore, so there's no reason to really pay that much money for it. So, yep. Yep. Where was I at? Oh, yes, the Black friend trope or person in said show. Or if they weren't the friend, they would be like the janitor working there, or like I said, the security guard. So he was the chef in Deep Blue Sea. We get to H2O, he's a security guard. I was like, okay. He got stabbed in the head, y'all. He was stabbed in the head. In the head. Survived. That part always gets me. I'm like, wait, I'm sorry. He survived. He survived. It was stabbed in the head. Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The movie was great, though. I'm sorry. When Jamie Lee Curtis like finally like locked in, and she grabbed that axe, and she was like, "Michael!" and they start playing the music. Oh, fire! I saw that movie with my mom. My mom was like, "That was so corny." I was like, "Shut up." I miss my mommy. But when she chopped off Michael's head, that was everything. Remember the sound? Because they did the old school music. It was like, that was everything. I was like, yes. And she turns around. She's like, like she had did that. It was so good to then follow it up with Resurrection, where she's in a mental hospital, which is literally just like Halloween 2, except it's not her surviving a situation. It's her being like accused of doing something and going crazy because apparently Michael had time to take a person who wasn't him and put the mask over him. And then so she didn't actually kill him. It was the guy who was the paramedic, I guess, or something like that, or the sorts. And I was like, I remember being in that movie theater going, so all the high aura farming we just received, the see you next Tuesday with capital letters, exclamation point, gay noises. What? None of that was real? That wasn't that? We wrote it out? Okay, bet. And then she gets taken out within the first 15 minutes of the movie in a horrible way. Literally, like, yo, she crawls to the fucking top of the building, barely can make it because she's drugged out over all the stuff they gave her in the hospital, right? Remember when she had the knife and she was trying to get him, and then she started, like, he was grabbing her, choking her, and she's like, goodbye, Michael, then kisses the man before he just throws her. Like, what? Like, what? What? That was supposed to be her brother. The movie was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. And then we get to them now, like, I guess, utilizing Michael Myers' house for some sort of like haunted show, because at the time when that came out, there were a lot of ghost hunting shows, which is crazy to think about that. Yeah, around that time, a whole lot of ghost hunting crap was happening. Oh God, Tyra Banks was bad in that too. Tyra Banks is not a good actress. Oh, well, maybe she is based off of the documentary. Maybe she has to be like really into her work. Hold on, can we talk about Busta Rhymes when he was fighting Michael Myers? Those scenes were so funny. Like, he was like, come on, comedy. Oh, so corny. So corny. Boo, tomato, tomato. Oh my God. Okay, last thing, because I did have the KATSEYE and the Chappell Roan thing I wanted to talk about today. Y'all, who has seen the movie Urban Legends? Or Urban Legend. I think it's Legends, but it should be just Urban Legend or whatever. Tara Reid, Rebecca Gayheart, a couple other, I think Alicia, what is her last name? Like Whitmore or something like that. Okay. So these are like all movies that are like makings of me kind of things. And that was one of my favorite movies I had on DVD and everything. Oh, speaking of which, shout out to Good Hang with Amy Poehler. She interviewed Steve Carell. Leslie Knope interviewed Michael Scott. I watched the podcast last night. I got so emotional when they brought up Parks and Recreation and The Office. They were basically just giving each other compliments, but like to hear some of the things that happened like with the process of that was amazing. So shout out to Amy Poehler. Honestly, shout out to her, because like that, her Viola Davis one was great recently, and that one was good. I love that podcast. I love it because it feels like I'm listening to a conversation, which is what I feel I'm doing, but she's doing it way better than me. So Urban Legend. So I was watching a clip today, and you know how Twitter is, where it's like, post your favorite thing in a horror movie. And someone posted the scene of like Tara Reid's like death or whatever. She was fucked over. I kid you not. That lady was literally on mic, like telling everybody what was happening. They're all like, she's method acting. It's nothing. Like legit. Also, that movie was cool because I did not see the twist happening. I did not see that twist at all. I didn't see it coming at all. I was like, oh, it was her. Gag. Gag. See Curl starting to look. Listen, Pokey fan, okay. I'm sitting at I'm hitting a certain bracket right now, okay. You know, I need to I'm not looking below, I'm looking above. I'll be shocked with someone younger than me trying to holler. I'll be like, what? But when I tell you, the body shape to me has expanded as far as what I find attractive now. Okay. So trust and believe. My pickiness is gone. I just need you to be a decent human being and be somewhat attractive. But I also think that people are attractive that some people think are ugly. So whatever. But yeah, please be decent. Love my children. Love me. Love me. Love me. House on Haunted Hill was. I'll do 13 Ghosts before I watch House on Haunted Hill with Tay Diggs. I'm gonna be real with you, Remy. That wasn't one of my favorite ones. I do remember it though, but 13 Ghosts was better. And someone asked me about Leatherface. Okay. The original, yes. That first movie, crazy. The one, and it's so funny, I was just talking about her. The one with Renee Zellweger. And Matthew McConaughey, no. And I watched it recently because I watched a YouTube video talking about it being the worst one ever. And I was like, no, it wasn't, because I remember seeing it as a kid. And I was like, okay, let me watch this again. Yo. I don't like where that universe went. I was starting to do a deep dive. I was like, they're getting way too heavy into the family. Why is the family the focus? Like, give me to the crazo. But they were really leaning in on the like inbred family situation tip, like whatever that was. And I was like, this it's a little lot. But I felt that got into like shock and horror. But I think Leatherface is also like mad crazy too. Like, I would never want to run into that. I'd never want to run into that. Never. Ever. And some of the remakes were crazy. Ooh, I did kind of like the one on Netflix, even though it had like one of the dumbest endings ever, where the girl pops up from the car. I think y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I think it was just called Leatherface or something. They're like leaving the town after surviving all of that. Girl, and then he grabs her and just like, no. And it was like, you had one job, and that was just to get the fuck out, and you started celebrating for no reason. It was such a crazy ending. I was like, what was all that for? What was the reason? Yo, it was the way it was done. It was so crazy. Like imagine you survived the worst. I'm talking about they were fucked up. Like nobody left without any wounds. Do you hear me? Like people left like barely scrambling. You barely make it through the night, and now grabs you. What? Man, they did Kelly Rowland so dirty in Freddy vs. Jason. They made her leave with a slur. They let that lady leave on a slur. You hear me? She said, let me get out. Let me give you this homophobia real quick. And then Jason, being totally pro LGBTQI+A, dead was like, not an ally, yo. I was like, well, damn. Kelly. I thought that was so sad too, because remember when old boy like was trying to protect her, and then he was like, no, don't worry about me. just leave and just go, and he was already gone. That was so sad. Oh, that movie. The only reason I don't like that movie is I hate the main female protagonist in that one. Hated her. And a poor man's version of Brittany Murphy. Hated it. Hated her. I was like, oh no. That was the one I was like, I don't like her. That was not my girl. Oh, she was so annoying. And the way she would scream, her scream was awful. Everybody else in the movie I was there for. Jason Ritter was in that film. I remember that because his dad passed away like prior to the film. Oh my God. I think I remember some lore around the movie was like, I think that his dad did pass away prior to the release of the film. And it was like sort of like a, what's the word? Damn, I can't think of it. It's one of those moments like bittersweet because it's like, it's your first movie and you don't really get to like have that. I think maybe he was there for it. I'm trying to remember, but I think it was a whole thing that happened around that because his dad passed away around that time and he was starting to come up in his own, like, right as an actor. And it was like, there's a son. You know how it is with the Nepo babies. I'm trying to remember that, but I think that was something. Anywho, we got on some tangents. I'm sorry. Y'all started talking about horror movies, and I was like, oh, I'm in it. I'm in this. I'm in it. I just did a weapons reaction on my Patreon. I just rewatched that. I also just rewatched The Blackening, too. I didn't like Wrong Turn. Was that the one with Elizabeth Dushka? Angel Mama? I forget her name when she was popular at one point in time. Dushka? Elizabeth Dush? Was that her name? I forget. I remember she was a Fox girly. Dushka? Y'all like, what? I'm like, yeah, girl. Oh, no. Something about like, I don't know, the mishappenstance of we found ourselves in the wrong place. Yeah, okay, I was right. She was in the movie. Yeah, I didn't like it. Yeah, I didn't like it. I like The Hills Have Eyes. That one I did like. I enjoyed that one. Yep, 2003. Yep. I know because I went and saw this in the movie theater. That's why I'm like, wait, I definitely saw this movie. What was her name? Dush. Yeah, Dushku. There we go. Eliza Dushku. There we go. That I was like, I remember her. She was Fox. That she was always on the Fox shows. I was like, she can't get nowhere else but Fox. And then she was in that one. It was a bad movie. Okay, let me stop because y'all love the movie. I hated it. I'm sorry. Oh, see. Okay, Remy. Remind yourself, friend group was out there because she got dumped. Okay, that bitch literally killed her friend. Like what? That just reminds me of Midsommar. Like, I don't hate the movie. I just hated the fact that was like this whole moment of like, your boyfriend now feels obliged to bring you on a trip that you weren't invited on because you were already cheating on her in the first place, but she's going through some trauma. And like, now we're out here and all that kind of crap. And it's like, I'm trying to do my own thing, but also have her here at the same, like, something about that bothered me a tad bit. And I just remember with Wrong Turn, me being like, okay, so why are we here? And like, what? No. Oh no! Maybe I do need to rewatch Wrong Turn and see if I took a wrong turn in my thoughts on that. But I haven't seen the movie in a very long time, so maybe that's a Patreon rewatch. I'll put that in the list. I'll put it on the list. Let's get into music. Let's talk about some music stuff now. If you did like this video, thank you so very much. But if you haven't yet, hit the like button. What's taking me so long? Let me know that you like it. You're like me. Please and thank you. Meow. I'd appreciate it. And if you want to throw some love in my jar, I'm trying to raise some coin tots. this week. Please and thank you. Everything would be super helpful. It's PayPal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App @Matty-24, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Thank you so much. I'm gonna start on Chappell before I get to KATSEYE. I didn't want to even talk about these things because of the fact that the moment I said something about KATSEYE on my Twitter, I got like immediately like at me about the situation where I am very much already, I've removed their music off of my playlist because I was like, I don't know what y'all are doing, but this isn't cute anymore to me, and I'm not in the business for this kind of drama, especially the only Black girl in the group. One big old nasty chop. But I'm gonna start on Chappell first. Chappell Roan is under fire right now, and the fans are losing it. The Chappells, or whatever I don't know what they're called, they're defending her at every cost right now. But it's not looking good. So recently there was a report or a situation, and people were feeling at first that this individual was trying to get clout off of Chappell until finding out that these people also are celebrities in their own right and way, especially through the sports world. But I believe a football player's daughter was with their mother at a hotel, and it happened to be the same hotel place I believe that Chappell Roan was staying at, and they were in this little restaurant area, and they see her. The girl is a big fan of Chappell Roan, and of course celebrities don't want to be bothered every second of their life, but the girl simply walked by to see if it was her, peeked and saw that it was her, and came back to the table excited that she saw it was Chappell Roan. Okay, work. The bodyguard comes by and apparently berates them and, calls the little girl rude, talks to the mother, says she needs to be a better parent. This is a whole little bit like in public about the girl coming by to see Chappell Roan. And the girl's crying, this, that, and the other. Now, the athlete goes online to talk about it. The mother also made, posts about it, this, that, and the other. From Chappell's camp, it was like, no, actually, that's not how that happened. And I don't even know that guy. Like, was claiming to not know that guy at one point, to where now people are online showing that you know who this man is. And they were trying to paint this picture that the girl came up there and was rude and was asking for an autograph and this, that, and the other. And that was not the case. So you're asking me, you're like, Matt, why is this important? Because, it's just one of those moments where celebrities kind of an ass, in that moment, or their bodyguard did this, that, and the other. It was like, okay, I hear you. People started pulling at receipts of this girl lying. And I already was feeling a ways about her when it came to the voting thing. And she was very much not team. I'm not going to, I'm trying to be cute here because, there's certain words on this platform, but come on. Okay. And then also gave like a sort of bit of like, you really shouldn't. If I'm going to be honest, how I perceived it, you can say different, but I've looked it over several times. And she was basically saying, well, if you don't feel like any of the candidates are good, then why even vote? To which she retracted and was like, no, you should vote for who you want to. But it was, people were questioning that because it was like, girl, you have a platform and this is kind of a big deal in this election. You might want to be able to say something. But then other people like, keep yourself out of this. You're a celebrity. If you want us to like you, don't say your political beliefs. Now, she came out through her, I guess, rise in her career, all these interviews with these, podcasts and different folks that are queer oriented and very LGBTQI plus framed as far as their audience, along with, women and this and the other. And a lot of the narrative that she placed was that she was a girl who was poor, living in a trailer park with her mom. They had to struggle to survive and live and do all these other things. But then people found out that she went to Grammy camp. Again, Matt, what does this have to do with anything? Right. Like, what? She went to camp. People go to camp. The camp is like $3,000 a week. I was like, wait, what? I was like, hold on. So wait, she was there for like a month or so? So like $12,000. Like maybe her mama said, save that up. Oh, honey. No. No. Apparently, this girl ain't living on no goddamn trailer park. Her granddaddy was a multimillionaire and had properties, bitch. She was apparently, their family stayed on one of his properties, like a property of this man. Because they were like, how does she have like farms and horses and cows and all that? And they're in a trailer. It doesn't make any sense. And they're like, actually, no. They had money. They may have had a trailer that was on the property that they were in, but no, she had coin tots. Her classmates are coming out and talking about her. Oh, her and her boyfriend were racist as fuck. Oh, her and her boyfriend were rude and nasty. Oh, she thought she was bad. This could all just be somebody like pulling together a lot of, gotchas, and it's like now a struggle to get out there for whoever can reach at it first. Possibly. Or it's all true. And her T got clocked. And her T got clocked bad over this situation with this little girl, that if she didn't have her bodyguard go over there and do all of that, imagine you've been dodging a couple bullets here and there that could easily be the last factor in whatever career you got. And then one incident takes place, and you're not even the person who goes over there to do that, but it's the person that is representing you. And now people start to do deep dives on you. They were already going there. They were already doing it too. They were already like doing that part. But so everybody TT, I mean, did you not hear about them trying to cancel Zara Larson too, girl? That's also something that's happening right now, apparently. Zara for the Gen Z girls and these alpha moms, a little bit of that. The last end of the millennials still on her T, but like apparently I guess they're saying she can't take no criticism and she go a little too hard in the paint on folks. But then people were like, why can't she respond to stuff if people are just flat out lying? You know what I mean? And so now they're saying she's too critical when she want to respond to folks. I was like, oh God, like stop worshiping celebrities. Stop worshiping celebrities. Stop falling in love with people who you do not know, who do not know you. Admire their work. Love the work that they do. Feel inspired by their work. If it speaks to you, it speaks to you. But the point to where you get so overwhelmed and consumed with an individual that you are now losing blood cells, you are popping veins, you are losing years and days on your life arguing with people online about these folks, going into so much detail as to know their address, to know where they shop and things like that. That's crazy. Don't do that. It's nuts. And so there's a lot of, I feel, when this Chappell situation, it's a lot of fan service and hate service at the same time. I think there's a lot of truth going into that. I think there's a lot of tea being dropped, and she may end up having that particular privilege that people like her have. If you know where I'm going with that, where she can walk away from it. It just depends on how she pivots. Because remember, a lot of us were trying to end somebody else's acting career. And then she went and said, nah, fuck you. I'm going to hop right up and into what I'm actually about. And they're going to feed me. Hell, one rapper currently right now is literally on their hands and knees with this man. And that's the only reason that they're still currently active today. Because every other news report around them is they owe this, they owe that. Hell, I know to bitch, I owe money. Look, I'm overdrawn right now. Tippy poo, please. But like, hey. See, the thing is, Chris Brown never came back. It was a slow road he took to where enough people were loud enough to make sure that all of his past history did not matter to them. And so they then became those who defended him and then started to rewrite the story on his behalf. Let's be very clear there with Chris Brown. That man's still a piece of shit. Okay. I'm not going to stream none of his music. I don't care how cute he is or whatever the case may be with that. But like, he has a demographic that likes him. And that particular demographic, not everybody, because I know I got some rant pack that like him. And I know y'all good, decent people, but you also can see the light, but you're also some of those folks. We all are people who do like some toxic folks, right? Because I have seen people literally rewrite the story of him. And you're like, y'all bring up old shit with Rihanna and then Karuche. And I'm like, there's still other like colorism, sweetheart. Like, what are you talking about? And so his way of combating that was to throw like 2 dark-skinned ladies in his video to be like, I'm not that. What? And then on top of the other things where it's a lot of stuff with him. It's a lot of stuff going on with him. The sugar boogers and all that. Nick Carter ain't. Oh, listen. I don't know these people. And I'm trying to take Viola's advice here, especially with the industry. Ain't nobody gonna want to work with you always talking about folks, right? I see Nick doing his thing. And I don't agree with everything that Nick is talking about, especially when it comes to his particular beliefs. I think he's also one of those kind of straight dudes who plays into I don't want to say too much about this, but like if I got around the right people and I'm comfortable enough, I'm going to really talk. And if he really talked, he would not be, his platform would definitely be a whole nother level of, he's probably gonna have to pivot over there. But his thing is working for him. I don't really pay too much attention to his shows, just not for me. But like, I mean, you're right, loving life. You are absolutely correct in that. But that's how they're doing, Chris. That's the thing. It's y'all keep talking about it. It's like, okay, well, if he stops doing things that are weird, we won't continue to bring it up because there's called pattern behavior. Where he may not be able to get away with shit right now, but you still doing stuff like getting in fights with some other. Listen, he got in a fight with a light-skinned woman named Drake recently. Y'all remember when that whole thing that went down with them in the club? He's always trying to fight some ladies. Some of them with a little bit more testosterone, like Drake, yeah, but he's always trying to beat our women. No, he's not. No, he's not. Matt, don't say that. You can't talk about, no, baby. No, you two. No. But yeah. Chris Brown talking about Bad Bunny is almost like Logan Paul or whatever the fuck that ugly one, his name is, the road gross looking, talking about Bad Bunny, and he lives in Puerto Rico to avoid paying taxes. But is a full-on go, mega go. Like I have no idea what's happening anymore when it comes to people who are so fucking weird. And like, what do you mean? Like, you're telling everybody to be fucking citizens of this country and you need to pay your dues and this and the other, but you literally move to a place to where you don't have to pay those bills and you are a part of a certain elite group of people with a lot of money where you should definitely be paying something. But you're looking at people whose wages are literally decimals compared to yours. And you're talking about be fucking, like, I hate people like that. I hate it so much. It's disgusting. I think I see it more because, again, in my late 20s, I was a little bratty and all that and had shit going on. I've seen the struggle. I'm living in it as we speak. So my perspective has changed as far as like how you treat people or look at people a certain way. A lot of folks think that, like, especially when my friends are like, they think you're a little standoffish or whatever because you didn't like come up and be like, hi. I'm like, yeah, because that's not me. Like, I am a friendly person, but if I am just meeting you, you are on the 10-foot rule of, hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm not going to really lock into you just yet because I need to see how you operate around everybody else. Because I don't know if you're someone I want to bring in my life. And that just comes from a place of having people fuck you over on a consistent level. You have your good Judies and people you've been with, and you've got your seasonal friends, you've got your acquaintances, and you got your enemies that want to act like your friends. And I've had a lot of enemies that want to act like my friend. So like, that's a trigger. And so when you deal with folks like that, your discernment level goes up. And so seeing people in the celebrity world who you can tell are on some like whatever crap. No, I'm good. Like you can tell, no, this person ain't shit. No. Everybody around them is feeding off of that, and they ain't shit either. Oh, the thing is, Chappell, I don't know if you're going to get out of this one. I think you will, based off of your privilege. You literally were born with the, especially in this time frame right now, with who's in office, you were born with the right skin color. However, you have perpetuated yourself as this very anti-establishment, be your own you sort of individual, whatever that speaks to the communities and all that. And you've been riding that train for quite some time. That new tea that dropped on you, that I totally do believe, definitely makes me look at you a little bit differently. I think you're a liar now, to be honest. Because you literally went to multiple places and said, oh, the struggle was real. And was it a year of that? Or was it like actually a struggle? Because there are times when you have a moment in your life when you ain't got shit. Okay? I grew up with some nice things now. And then my daddy lost it all. And then we ain't have nothing. And I'm living in a hotel, bitch, trying to make it. Okay? If that's not how that went down and it was some other way, like, you're going to need to make a statement because it's not looking good. You got classmates coming out from school, bitch, talking about you and your original name with the whole, like, I was like, oh, this is a lot. So we'll see. I think she has the privileges to move around it, though. I think she'll be fine. And I think her fandom loves her enough to not care if she lied to them. That's sad, but that's the truth. I think her fandom is for sure not going to care. So the KATSEYE drama, I was told that I was jumping the gun on this because there were reports coming out that Manon left the group. And then there are reports that she's just on hiatus right now, even though they're in the middle of a big tour. And they're about to headline shows and all this big stuff and everything, about to be out in Brazil and everything. I stated this when I saw the initial reports before now all of the think pieces I've seen recently. If she's gone, I'm out. Out. That was my number one. So I'm gone. And I'm okay with it. I low-key cared about her the most. Not even gonna bullshit you. I was like, I'm gone. Because you the only black, I'm out. Peace. You can bring up the Dream Academy bullshit all you want. I sat and watched those clips too with the rest of us. That girl was definitely treated a bit different. She definitely also had some, we need to get a little bit more in the paint here. But them talking about a black girl being lazy does not miss me at all. Because it's like, we can talk about it. Yeah, there may not be as much education there, but they ain't gonna call her, what? What's going on? And these icons are racist. Not all of them, a lot. Oh, I've been very much not responding, but reading through threads. Yikes. They're saying she's on a hiatus. I don't believe that. There's even points to where the fans are like screaming Manon's name, okay? At the girls, there was this one video where they were at the this tour bus or the little charter bus, and they start smirking. I was like, Megan, that popped up or whatever, and she was like this, and I'm thinking to myself, is it because y'all are working something? Oh, what's going on? I'm not a mega super hardcore fan of theirs. I just became new to this world, but Manon was like my entry point of going, I need more of this. For the icon's sake and the people who love the group, as somebody who lived through Destiny's Child, look, I gotta sit up for this one. As somebody who lived through Destiny's Child, of watching LaToya and Latavia's exit, to see Michelle and Farrah enter, to see Farrah leave, and it just be Michelle, yeah, and Bion and Kel, you know? I've been there and I've done that. And so I won't do that with KATSEYE, if that is the case. Oh, y'all can't keep it together. Cooks not good. It's the one black. Bye. I did the same thing with Fifth Harm. Actually, no, let me be really honest. I never liked Camila Cabello Hop. And so when I used to watch them, I used to have to skip all her shit. Yeah, no, I'm good. Not Miss Straining vocals. No. Her and her gay boyfriend. It's like, no. And then when she left and I saw how that rise happened, I was like, this plant, this is too much. I was like, this is too much, girl. This is too much. This is too much. Nah, I'm too American for a little mix, unfortunately. Pokey fan. I never knew of their existence outside of, I think, like a Willem, Alaska, and Courtney Act, like them being in a video with them. I think that's the same group. Like, to give you an idea of where my music group library is going to go into as far as like what I was into, like KATSEYE for me is the newest thing on the planet next to what are my K-pop girlies? Come on, Matt. Oh, What Is Love? Twice. There we go. Twice. There we go. I was like, ain't no way I am forgetting Twice. Ain't no way. Because that was my intro to K-pop where I was like, okay, I love this. It wasn't Blackpink. Everybody, like, I'm not a fan of the BTS. I don't like any of the boy groups. No, boop, turn. Everybody looks soft. Like, nah, ain't nothing rocking over here. Where are the men? I must be missing it. Show me where they at. But I'm into the girls. And so I couldn't do Blackpink. I felt they was a little too rappy dashy. It was giving a little too. Didn't Tinashe already do this? So I was like, I'm good on that. It was that What Is Love video. I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. And the song was super, super cute. I was like, how many people are in this group? 2,000? I love it. This is interesting. It's like random. Who's that girl? Who's this girl? Who's this girl? Who's this? I was gone after that. And then after that, I was locked in. Yeah. So it was always Twice for me, as far as I was concerned. But to give you the olden days, Maddie, never, ever, have ever felt so bad. I was listening to All Saints. I was listening to the Destiny's Child, TLC, In Vogue, like Total. I was doing like Tony. I was into like black music and heavy R&B and pop back in the day. You know, Dream, hello, like that's another one too. Okay, he loves me. He loves you not. Like, what? When they were out in the desert randomly with them doom buggies for no reason, then popping up in some futuristic, like, everyone's got a fuck ass wig on and their random outfits. What? Remy, get out of my face. Get out of my face. He loves me. He loves me not. Oh, you know I know this. You know I know. I was down for all that. I was listening to 112. Peaches and cream. Na, what I need. I need me to say you know just what I need. I like them more than Jagged Edge. I couldn't get into the Gap Tooth Twins because Jagged Edge sounded like this for every song. Everything I do. Like they wanted to be in church so bad, but they're like, nah, I gotta give it to the devil. Like, what's happening here? Like, I just couldn't. I like Jagged, but that was my sister's group. I was 112 and she was Jagged Edge. I just couldn't. Them twins started singing, never. Everybody had that same tone. When I put it down, I heard it. It was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. Drew Hill a staple. A staple in the house. Drew Hill. When Cisco wasn't like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like we were there. We were there. So when you want to talk about like groups and stuff, I'm talking about all the groups that y'all people steal from now. Because a lot of this stuff I see in K-pop now, and I'm looking at and I hear these beats, and when they go into their urban division, I'm like, nah, son. It's not hitting as hard. This is for the girls that already love you. They ain't gonna care. They ain't gonna really like be deep into that. But this ain't touching nothing. It's not. It's nope. It's for you. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. You go, Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco. I was gonna do Mean Girls for a reaction this week, and I stopped myself and did Devil Wears Prada instead because like there's gonna be a new movie coming out, but I still plan to do this reaction for Patreon. It's like how Alabama is with music. They get it a little bit later. They just retune it better. They just retune it better. That's all. But yeah, I hope the KATSEYE thing works out, honestly. I like Manon in the group. With her not being the group, I was watching some of the visuals. I was like, nah, I think I'm going to have to exit, unfortunately. I was like, yeah, no. No, some of y'all don't. Yeah, no. I don't think so. Shouldn't have done it. If you didn't want her in there, shouldn't have put her in there. And Manon, what you do solo, I'll be there, sister. Let her go into acting if she wants to. Whatever she's gonna do, I'll go. Let's see here. I had another topic I want to talk about. How are y'all doing? Yeah, hold on, real quick. How y'all doing? I know I've been talking, and like this channel is dead. No super chats, nothing's happening, whatever, right? We're still trying to make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna hope for the best. How y'all doing? I haven't come back to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills since Garcelle left either, Xavier. I have not come back because Boz was not the answer. Oh yeah, the Disney thing I want to talk about. Pokopia is selling very well in terms of it being a spin-off game. Yeah, it's doing really well. I had to put it down. Like, I love that game a lot. I am pretty much I've beaten the story. I finished it and all that kind of good stuff. But because of my current situation right now, my mind is on, I got to pay this. I got to make sure that happens. I got to get this there. If I don't do it, what is going to happen? What's going to go? I can't focus on the video game right now because I was trying to play it the other day and I just could not lock in. I had other things in my mind that were more pressing. So I'm putting the game on a pause. I've actually had to pause a lot of my subscriptions. So like I just had to put it on a pause. For what it's worth, for the time that I've played it and everything else like that, before I get back into it again, it is a contender for Game of the Year for sure. That would be an understatement. Has to be a contender for Game of the Year because it's so much to do. It's actually overwhelming. So much to do. So much to do. I literally got to my pallet town and I turned it into Poke Paradise, and now I want to redo everything again. I want to redo it. I was like, I got inspired by seeing another video and seeing this, that, and other. I still haven't figured out. I got every island to 10 though. That I did finish before I stopped playing. And I took a break. I got every zone to environment level 10. And it better be like that when I come back. Everybody's in a house. Everybody got a yard. People got toys and this thing's outside. All that good stuff. That game is amazing. I am excited for the Mortal Kombat movie. However, I don't know. It's a video game movie. It's either going to be hit or miss. Just like the Mario Galaxy movie, which looks so good. I want to go see that so bad. But I also want to go see this movie with Zazie Beetz that's coming out. I still haven't seen this other movie, the one with the audio stuff that came out recently. And I'm really afraid I'm going to miss all of these films in the theater. Yeah. Congrats. Oh, hey, Madeline. Congrats on the maybe a new relationship. I don't know. I know more about you than you may think I do because, bitch, you got one more time to update your damn status on Discord. Do you know how many times I get an update and notification from you, bitch, about your... That's how I know your business. I assumed you was dating. I assumed it was. Because there was one update that was like, fuck all this. I was like, what's going on, Cicely Tyson? And then there's another update. That's how it's done. This is where it's at. Is it in the air? I don't know. And then it was like, wait. And then all of a sudden it was like some like soliloquy. I said, hold on, sister. Madeline, I love y'all that much that I did not turn off my notifications after not having them on for so long. I didn't know, but I know a lot about you. Okay, you forced me, and I love you just like I forced you now, kissy kiss. But yeah. Paulina, thank you for the super chat. Oh my gosh, someone's probably thinking that's just on here as long as possible. Yeah, but also we have a lot to talk about, and I'm a talker. And I'm trying to live up to my name, bitch. Okay, but thank you, Paulina. I appreciate the super chat. Sending some love to you and your fur babies. I just heard Mom Lou stretch. Also, there's another group similar to KATSEYE named Black Swan. I am familiar. I'm going to go ahead and say something really brave that is not going to be, y'all are not going to like it. It's about a girl group, and it's a current girl group. I can't get into flow. I tried, and it was there for like a short millisecond. I can't do it. I'm sorry. And I'm going to give you some really good reasons why I am. I know. One of the girls looks weird to me, and I'm not going to tell you who. Just guess. It's a very odd-shaped head. The other thing is, who is styling them? A fool. Second, this music. No, I haven't heard anything that has made my bussy bop, booty run, back arch, turns, da-da-da, make me go, yes, God. Nothing. And the music videos are all underwhelming. And I'm just like, who is their sponsor? Because this is giving 3LW, but like 3LWD40. It's just, it's needed. It needs someone spray it. I'm not going to confirm that with you. Let me pull up this picture so I can make sure. Oh, okay. So you fly on a boss, because we are talking about music right now. I'm disappointed in them, to be honest, but I also know they do their own thing. Babies have, these are older women that look like children, but they low key having babies and all that kind of shit. They're very talented, but girl, they deserve more, to be honest with you, but they're still doing the same kind of shtick. It is like, you need to change it up. And okay, I'm also going to say something that's very, very controversial. Okay. And I am from the universe of knowing this woman's music and understanding her power and influence in the industry and just how much of a badass bitch she is. I love Missy Elliott down. And I will always still listen to her music. Like, I have so much of her music on my library. I love Missy down. Have you not noticed that everybody who, oh my God, we with this legend, is not working out? And it has nothing to do with Missy, to be honest with you, because Missy's talented and her words are pen, fire, spits, all that. I think it's something about the imagery, if you will, and how people are viewing certain folks compared to how we used to look at it in the music industry. Everything she's touched right now has dust. Even when she tried to do her comeback, pooped. And I hate that because I like the comeback album. I was here for that box. I was like, this is right. It's Missy. I live for Miss. They cannot get into her visual now. Even though she sounds good, even though she can write, even though it is all there, it's almost as if they cannot take her into the next stage and this next genre generation of music, if you will, and no one's even giving it this, and they should. I'm saying again, and they should, because I liked all the stuff that she came out with. And I remember when she came out with, remember when she's like, my new comeback album, she did the music video, and we are like, oh, this is very Missy. But there's a new generation that's not clicking. It's not clicking in, and they don't get the artistry, and they want to consume things that are easier to digest and not as deep, if you will. Or someone who also, you know, like just, yeah, Missy's a visual master, especially with what she does with her music videos. Yeah. She featured on Chloe Brie, Flo, all charting right now. Right. And again, I'm not saying you need to be on the chart for you to be some legit music. That is not my point. But I want girls to get paid so we can get new stylists and get some new things going together. I want some girls to get paid so someone can take a hammer to this big ass baby's forehead right here and knock it. God, girl, not a baby hair is holding that down, sister. And you know, with us kind of folks, you can't just be having all head like that. You just can't. You got to put something in the front. You can't do that. Not, sister, we see each other. Okay? I mean, both mine are black. I don't know about you, but like, girl, it's like tall, Stewie Griffin running around. No, ma'am. I want someone to take a little hammer and go, oop, oop, like, that head is round. I know her mom hated giving birth to her, but yeah, I'm glad that Chloe and okay, are we gonna talk about? Are we gonna be real today? All right, I'm gonna say it, and I hate that I'm saying it. Who? Paulina? Oh my gosh, why? Why would you think that? Why would you think that? How I describe someone lights. Why would you say that? That's not okay, Paulina. I don't appreciate you assuming that I was talking about Stella. Why would you? It's like, no, sister, you gotta sing like this. Yeah, I'm talking about her. Okay, like, can we have some like discretion about this? Girl, I want her to. I get nervous when she starts singing because I'm like, if she roll her head back, like the circumference due to the diameter with the radius, like the weight and the amount of it in there, I just don't know if that paperweight's gonna hold. You know what I mean? Like the neck is not strong enough. We'll live without you. Like it's not. So I get nervous when that little girl sing. I'm like, I hope she's sitting down half the time, but no, maybe she's invisible strings holding her up. Anywho, I just can't get into it. I tried. It's not flowing for me. I need new stylists. I need new production. Bad. Please. A new visual director immediately. Y'all look homey. And they're good. That's the crazy part. They're good. I'm not sold though. Like I think they sound great. If I went and saw them at a live show, I'd probably be like, work. But then I go, let's look back at this situation. Don't like that, don't like that, don't like that, don't like that. And that's just me though. But buy their music, support those folks, do all of that good stuff. This is just my takes today on these people. I still think there's a place for them, but they just need to change some things. Maybe their stylist needs to get a better style. I don't. You don't want to fire nobody, but shit. Yeah, Spice Girls 8 with only 2 vocalists on a good day, but they had style. They had a point of view and a perspective. We knew who they were. Their names were literally the tell-alls. Like they almost had name cards. It was like, okay. But I look at small head, smaller head, and big ass head. And I'm like, nah, here we go singing some old school. And I love R&B that ranges back then, but it's not touching now to where it's mainstreaming. They're trying to hit that Summer Walker heat. Summer Walker's personal shit also sells her music. Did y'all not know that? Her drama and all that mess? Yeah, that part. Flo ain't in any mix like that. They're not in any no mess. No one's talking about them. And on top of the visual, it's like poop. But Summer looked like a different deflated doll every other day. Then she was with that one man, and then it was like this other situation, and then she got caught up in some shit. And as much as some people are like, well, I don't like her for that, you were listening to her music system. You also were paying attention because you were talking about her. I don't particularly listen to her shit like that. There's a couple songs I really do love. I love Down. But I'm more into Ari Lennox. Like, if you're going to ask me about some of the girls who are making music right now in this R&B game, Ari. Her new album was the key. And Jill Scott's new album was so good. Oh my God, her new album was so great. But yeah, I catch me on the Ari train. Because I'm still into Break Me Up. That gets you, yeah, with the that song is right. Yes. And then the other one that I like is I've been eating whipped cream, having was it trees? I've been oh, you've been everywhere, but I wish I didn't care. Oh, that song is ow. I like Jasmine Sullivan. I like Jasmine a lot. The last song the last album I got from hers was the let it burn and let it burn. Come on, baby, I'll give you all the rest of my life. Yeah, that was the last one I got. Feel that feeling in your heart. Oh, baby, ooh. That's right, that's love. And it's us. Yes, that was the one. Victoria Monet's been on my radar recently, Remy, and I'm glad I stuck it out with her, because at first I was like, I don't know, and then I started to fall in love. On My Mama was the selling point for me, because that is a song you could throw some 8 counts to. If you ever J-set, that is a song you could throw some nasty bucks to. Woo! And that was my introduction to her, was being out and about with some of my friends and us and Geesh or whatever, and On My Mama came on and the girls were bucking, and y'all know I used to J-set, so I know some old routines, and somehow I was like, oh, the song made me, I was drunk too, but I was feeling it. I was like, oh, ow, and it was like, oh, this eats, and they were like, oh yeah, Miss Victoria be chewing for us. I was like, wait, I'm gonna have to get into her library, listen to the whole album. I was like, oh, okay, I like her. I was like, oh, yeah, I like her a lot. Lot. She's good. She's good people. Yeah. I don't think I've been listening to anything recently new outside of Jill Scott's new album. Oh, I was listening to Willow's project piece, is what I'm going to call that. I did listen to it for a bit. A couple of songs stick out that I really like. Those are the 2 right now that I have that are new. Yeah. Coco Jones. There is one song I like from her, but I haven't fully invested in the fantasy yet. She has not gotten me just yet. I like her though. She's gorgeous, but I'm not there. I can't remember the song that I like from her that I think is cute. I did not care for the album or the last one I think I listened to. Whatever she came out with, something I was listening to on Apple Music. I was like, that's okay. But I think she can sing. I think she looks good. It's something. I just would like to see something about music for me. It's really weird. I'm very picky. They got to have one song that just does it for me. Then I can lock in. She has not one yet that has really sat in my spirit and I can go, you know what? Boom, that's what I want. Every artist I fall in love with, it's one song that does it for me. And then I'm like, I'm in. Where do I go? For KATSEYE, it was Touch. Because whatever was that other song they came out with, I was like, ew, no. I didn't like that one. The la 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 love me once and love me twice. That was not my selling point for KATSEYE. Oh, we get things that we do. That was not it. That wasn't it. I like the videos that the people did when they had the meetup events more than seeing them do it. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. It was when Touch came out. Thought about you way too much. Always I would think like the choreo was up there. The video was super fucking cute. I was locked. I was like, oh my God. Okay, now I get it. I get it now. That's a great example of me and my music taste. Because I've had other artists who I didn't like, and then I heard some. I was like, oh, Zara Larsson was one of those people. Yep. I still think Tate McRae is an industry plant, but Revolving Doors of Bob. Got to give her that. That one I can listen to. Michael, is that is all. Baby, I try to. Like, I don't know if she's like trying to do a baby voice or whatever the fuck is happening over there, but I'm just like, okay, twirl. Y'all get ready for that All Stars promo. That's all I'm gonna say. Coming soon, because you know they have to promote the show a month before it starts. That's normally the way it goes. There's like at least a three week, 6 day sort of situation, or a 4 week moment, like a month from the time they drop the little promo. The 4 weeks from now, we're gonna be up in that piece. It is around the end of March right now. Get ready. I'm excited because this will be that one time that a show isn't going to overlap with other things I have to do in the background. So I'll be able to like cover the show with no issues. None. The last time the show had just started and I had like literally like plans and everything already set up, it was just a mess. Who do I predict to be on All Stars? People who have been on the cast before and people who haven't. I already know the cast list, so I'm not going to engage. I already know who's going to be on there, so I'm not going to engage. I'm sorry. Because low-key, if I started answering those, probably I'll just give everybody away. I want to see her on there. I want to see her on there. Just tell the whole cast. I will say a couple of my Judys are going to be on the season, so I'm happy about that. A couple of people who I like, and y'all have seen me either interview or see in person live when I was doing the, at DragCon around the times of those cages. Yes. One of the people actually stopped by in one of the videos. Oh my God, I need to go to that video. They're going to go to the cast. My little family. So yeah. I wish I could talk about it, but it's going to be too easy and too obvious. A lot of the Judys are on this season. Someone who I literally just ran into a couple weeks ago and just gave them their coots is going to be on the season. So yeah. And I'm excited to see her run, to be honest with you, because I lightly hinted at it when I saw her. And I was like, I'm ready, bitch. And she was like, okay. And I was like, uh-huh. And you know me, I do like a little light tap. I'm not one of those folks that's like, I'm going to stop and talk to you about your whole season. Ugh, gross. No, it's very support, love, do you. Bitch, when the next time you're coming up, let me check your social medias. Be there. And go from there. Speaking of which, I haven't gone to a drag brunch in a minute. I need to see my sister Blackberry. I miss her. I miss drag brunch. Drag brunch is in my happy space, happy place. I think I got out every topic I wanted to talk about outside of the whole open AI backing out situation. Sora is shutting down. I've seen so many people use Sora too. And then Disney had a $1 billion deal with open AI that now is no longer. Is something happening that we don't know? Is something going down? Is it a good thing? Like, will this affect my channel in a positive direction? Because I'm over here like, what is going on? Because that's kind of like they literally just announced it and then it's taken back like 24 hours later. What? And what do you mean they're shutting down? Like, as a matter of fact, let me pull this up because I was like, oh, honey, that's kind of, it's a bit abrupt, isn't it? OpenAI is shutting down its AI video platform Sora after it flopped. Shout out to Culture Crave in their wording. Disney is now exiting their $1 billion deal with OpenAI. Apparently, Sora AI is dead, Chat GPT video generation is dead, and Disney cut their ties to OpenAI. And a lot of people are happy about this because they know what AI is doing. Well, to the environment and other people and jobs and things like that. But also, we now have questions because it's kind of like it's been pushed so deep down our throats, like literally this year alone. Okay, that what okay, so what's going on? What's happening here? Are we moving into different directions now? Are we in new spaces? Tell me, bitch, because some people are now investing a lot into this and the market may change again. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, my last talking point today, Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf is scared of the gays. He's scared of us gays, you guys. Shia LaBeouf is scared of the gays. The gays are going to get him. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, okay, let's talk about that nut job. No shade. Girl, like, you went from Holes to the peanut butter, whatever that was called, such a great movie, to like having the full crash outs of all crash outs. And now you out in different countries acting crazy. You're in Matty-Rants. He had a whole interview where his focus on gay people. I don't want them touching me. This, that, the other. They're so touchy feely. I have never once in my life looked at a straight man or even a gay man for that matter and have wanted to just randomly rub up on them or touch them. That is not, I don't know who you around, but and then even if someone is giving you a gesture of like, hey, or touching the shoulder, or this, that, and the other, it's not meant to turn you, child. Like, it's just affection. He has really been it's none of my business, but on some real shit, like, what happened? Y'all can miss me with the Hollywood machine stuff. This is on another level of like, what is going on now? These celebrities are like trading places on who is about to outdo the crazies on the other one. Did you see the video of him yelling at that lady? Like randomly, like outside of this cafe. Like, I'm talking about screaming at this woman. But it wasn't just the screaming, it's the lunging at her, which I was like, what? Walking the streets just muttering to himself, yelling and things like that. I'm like, is it the substance? Is it something? I don't even think it's that. I think he's just clicked out. I don't know. I'm sure we'll hear about it more, but I've just been paying attention to every time he gets arrested or something gets on camera. It's ludicrous now, and to me, I feel like he's taking over Kanye's old position on like just throwing a fit and doing the most. I have nothing else for the guy. I was a big fan of his work, but lately he's been opening his mouth and everything makes me want to just not. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think this is the last I need to see of Shia. Unless something happens where he gets some help and like we figure this out. If he just goes full throttle, yeah. That's where I'm at. I'm like, ah. Yeah. I hated those Transformer movies. And I remember having to go see almost all of them, forced to go see almost all of them. Couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Not you patiently waited the full hour just to say something crazy. Anywho, I love, gonna repeat, love that movie. Oh no, not a Michael Bay fan. I can't transform like Megan Fox. I'm so glad that's not a thing anymore. I am so glad that career is gone. I've not to wish that on anyone, but golly, thank you. Thank you, honestly. I couldn't take it anymore. Could not receive the deadest eyes, the most monotone expressions coming out. Not one effort of energy from that woman. Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. Couldn't take her. Yeah, I heard she was like a decent human being, maybe, sort of. Like, yeah, but she's a terrible actress. Probably a cool human, maybe, but as far as like you and your, I guess, skill set, nah, mama, it was not because you could read the lines, right? I kid you not. It was not because of that. There's no way. You know what? I'll give her one movie, even though she still falls under the tropes. I'll give her one movie, Jennifer's Body. I'll give her one. That was a good one. I did like Jennifer's Body. That was a nice little twist. I was like, oh shit. Oh, Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I think we all kind of saw her bullshit coming. Drewski, shut the fuck up. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. That first Wonder Woman movie was pretty good, even though I didn't believe it was Wonder Woman every time she spoke. I was like, this lady is beautiful. That is not Wonder Woman. The music was cool too. Like I was like, okay, like this is what's up. But then after that, the dream was gone. The effects were dead. Nothing. I saw that one crime mystery movie she did where like she was supposed to be this rich, affluent woman or something like that. And then someone dies on the boat and they have to find out who the killer is. That was one of my first like, oh, she's not good. This is not good. This is pretty bad. She's not doing her job. And then I saw the 1984. Shout out to all of us that sat through that movie, man. Shout out to every single one of us that sat through that movie. What were we thinking? Who were we? Why? That movie was awful. And it was long. It was long, 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 long. Nothing happened for the first hour and a half. Nothing. Nothing's going on. And then Kristen Wiig, I love you. I love you down. One of the funniest people on the planet. No. No, 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 no. They wanted it to be a love story, and then were confused halfway along the way. It then became a it became a video about like power and responsibility. And then it became oh goodness. It was a lot of things. It was a lot of things. Steve, as soon as Steve came back in, it was like that's the whole movie is their like story. And I don't want you to go. It made her so submissive. It was so wild to see that. And it reminded me of what Viola Davis was talking about on the Good Hangout, or Good Hang with Amy Poehler, where when she was doing Woman King and they were giving the notes over the movie about what they needed to change, they were like, too much dirt, even though she's literally a woman king in Africa in the 1800s. And they're like fighting men and doing all this stuff. Make her prettier, put more lipstick on her, this, that, and the other. And I fully believe that that is what happened to 1984. If you're telling me that the original concept and everything was flawlessly executed, no notes were needed to be given, then whoever wrote, directed it, one, boo. But it feels like somebody kept saying, change that, add this, do that, do this, change this, do that. I'm choosing to remember Chitara from the cartoon version of Justice League. That's the best way to think about Chitara, if not in the DC comics. Yeah, it's the only way. Because that version, no ma'am. That whole scene of her like, and then when she finally was feeling her shit, it was like, God, you look like if Michelle Pfeiffer didn't finish falling through all of those canopies to then turn into Catwoman. She got stuck there. So she was Catwoman, like instead of like Catwoman. You know, it was so bad. Like you fried her hair and you put on horrible makeup. I was like, girl, what in the fuck is going on here? It's not, no, it wasn't good. It was almost as bad as Charlize Theron, excuse me. It was almost as bad as Sharon Stone falling in Catwoman. I still don't know how y'all let that go and how you think that was such a cute movie. I'm so sorry. The only reason Halle Berry's Catwoman was not as bad as 1984 is because it was shorter. The runtime. But let's be real, Remy. Can we remind ourselves of that scene of her crawling like a cat and the CGI having her in her jeans with those boobs? Imagine me in the movie theater. Because if y'all didn't know this, when the movie came out originally and they showed a picture of Halle Berry in the costume, it was ripped to shreds online. Ripped to shreds. They were like, what is this? There was so much controversy over the outfit. They're like, you made her a whore and all this kind of crap. And they're like, y'all don't know. The movie's going to be so different than what you think it's going to be. And then when the movie did come out, oh man, I was so disappointed. And I still bought the movie. I still defended it because I was such a Halle Berry fan and a Catwoman fan at that. So I saw the theater too. But like, are we rewatching it on Patreon? Does that sound like a Patreon? So was it scandalous? Dangerous. Essential, baby. It flopped. it was third. It was not the number one movie. It flopped for sure. The only reason why we can compare the numbers now is because we're living in post-COVID, and that was pre-COVID. So I refuse to compare pre-COVID to post-COVID movies anymore, because the movie industry damn near died during COVID. So like I can't compare those numbers no more, because not everybody came back to the movie theater, no shade, or came back, no shade, like real talk. But Catwoman was awful. Like when she cut her hair, I was like, who is the white woman that did this hair? Like Halle, like her wigs have always been questionable. Sometimes they're really on, and other times it's like, nah. But like when they gave her that short do, I wanted to burn every building down on her behalf. It is her on the motorcycle and then the jumping on the walls to like rob the jewelry for me, and the way did anyone have the Catwoman game? Because I had the game. I had the game. I had to buy it. Oh, I was such a big fan. I was such a loser. But Sharon Stone, like the whole fight scene with them in slow motion, and like when Sharon would get hit, it'd go and her falling. Like the way you could tell it wasn't an actual human or even a dummy, if you will. It was like almost a mannequin. And whoever threw it didn't just let it fall. They flipped it like a coin. Like you're telling me someone flipped the mannequin off the top of the building. Oh, and then Sharon saw the whole thing about it. My makeup has made my skin turn into stone, so you can't hurt me. Girl, what? Boo. Oh, she had Happy Meal toys? Get out of here. I don't even think I got that. My dad was very homophobic, so he wasn't gonna let me have any Catwoman shit related to anything. I had to wait till I got older. Oh, we're talking about Storm? Child. You know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else. Hold on, because you got to do her African accent now. Because, you know, Halle was like, I'm going to do true to this. Scott, no, we can't do this. To Logan, sometimes anger is what's necessary. And it was like, okay, hold on. So you're telling me this moment where the toe slap her and she fly out, like, what are you talking about? And then what do you mean that this black woman from Africa's hair looks the fuck like that? What are you talking about? What do you mean they're in these outfits with all black leather? Don't get me started on Jean Grey. Famke Jensen deserved better. And we all know this. Okay? Logan is running around at 6'3". Excuse me? The most accurate casting was for Cyclops. Fight me on that one. The most accurate casting was Scott Summers as fucking not Scott Summers, that's literally Cyclops. That's a hilarious character. Marsden. It's Marsden's last name. Come on, James Marsden. I think that's his name. Yeah. And Patrick Stewart is Xavier. I'm okay. As much as I'm here for my older gays, and I'm here for him as an actor. Ian, is it McCallum? Ian's a great actor. So good. Gods and Monsters is a horrible, is disgusting movie, but like he's great. McKellen. Okay, thank you. McKellen. I was on McCallum. He's a great actor. Girl, you had a man in the home literally be Magneto. Patrick hadn't hit the bed yet, okay? And this is me in my almost 40 years of age talking about this, and I hate ageism and all that. I'm just going to be real with you. Y'all put a man in a home as Magneto. That bothered me so much. Magneto was swole. White hair, has lived for a long time, but I'm sure the magnetism has something to do with that. But also, like, that man was swole, dude. Like, he was like muscular and as well was a very imposing figure. Ian McKellen was none of the sorts. He sounded great when he read his lines. That was about it. The chemistry between him and Patrick Stewart, lovely. That's it. Never once did I see him put on that outfit and I go, I am scared of this man. All I thought about is if he falls the wrong way, that bruise will never heal. It's never gonna. Rebecca Romaine Stamos, I also agree as well. Drewski, thank you for correcting me there. James Marsden as Cyclops and Rebecca Romaine Stamos. Hell yeah, as Mystique. The day they put Jennifer Lawrence in that position was the day that Mystique's character died. For me, I am excited to see what she gives in Doomsday. If they don't give her Nan to do, I'm going to be pissed. I'm also mad that Halle Berry is allegedly not in the movie, but rumors are suggesting that Storm is in the movie, but you know it's going to be some random cameo. And I think the reason why they're not really putting her character specifically in Doomsday, and I'm praying to God, this is just my theory, is that with the X-Men movie that's coming out that they're working on, they want to give her more depth and more time, because our biggest complaint has been, you are not treating her like she's a motherfucking captain of this team, and she is. Scott was number 1, but Storm was number 2. But Storm was also number 1 at a point in time when Scott wasn't there, and ran her own teams on multiple occasions. She's also a fucking Avenger. Please get it together. Please get it together. That lady's been in space. Get it together. Get it together. You have an Omega level mutant that you're not utilizing. You have really focused too much on Jean Grey and Scott. I understand they are white people, and they're white people that want to watch this movie and not see black people do anything. I get it. I've read the comment section. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Why ain't y'all putting Emma Frost in there? We don't want to see no more of these people. Why are you doing these diversity hires up in here? Where Emma at? Make sure you make it right. Making sure it's a blonde lady. She needs to be from Ukraine. She needs to be yes. All that in the comment section. All of that's in there. But like, I need a mega level mutant energy for this next movie. I need something to be fantastical for the proportions that they need to be. Marvel has fallen off of its game. The last time I enjoyed anything from Marvel was the Agatha All Along show. That's the last time I was like, that ate. The last time. So you got to get it together, because I was really ride or die with the Marvel crew. I still think it's my favorite comic book, publisher out, because DC never really did it for me. I liked Batman universe. I never got anybody else. But when it came to Marvel, I was way more, in tune. X-Men was always the go-to, but I would also try to pick up other ones because I was just so enthralled with Marvel Universe and what they had going on there and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just hoping they do our girl right. All right. I've been on here for too long, and I'm seeing the chat is drifting out, and we sort of, we're losing our way. I've been talking for too long here, but to be honest, I enjoyed this conversation with y'all today. I had so much fun talking about some hot topics, talking about other things too when it comes to like music, television. We covered a couple bases here, and we did exactly what this title of this episode was, which was Rant with Me. And I appreciate you. We had one person who waited the full hour to be subscribed just to insult me, because I'm no longer at the 23K. We've lost a lot of subscribers to the channel. We do not have the views like we used to. At the beginning of the video, I explained a lot about me recognizing a lot of this is all my fault, if you will. I have not done good with this channel like I wanted to. I'm thrown out of the algorithm. I'm low-key shadow banned. The fact that I looked at my numbers and I'm making 5 times more money on Patreon right now is painful. And that's why I've been struggling and I've been trying to find work and I've been hustling like that. And I've been explaining it to everybody. So even for me, I don't even know how I'm going to make it through this month. I don't know what's about to happen. It's going to be God, a miracle, and whatever it may be. But I'm out there hitting the pavement trying every day. This is why I, been stopped to smoking, trying to get that blood right, make sure everything's good to go in case something do happen. Got to take a test. I've been working out like crazy, been trying to get my mental shit together. And that's why you haven't seen a lot of me. I've been really pushing it, but I haven't found anything just yet. I'm still trying my best. And it's scary because I am literally by myself doing this. Wish I had help, but I don't. I mean, that's all I got, Drews. I hope for the best. I put out my little tippy jar. We hope, we pray, we do whatever. And then we just kind of continue on from there. But I ain't going nowhere. I'll keep the channel as long as I still make it within threshold. Like I was like, damn, y'all are not going to pay me nothing for all of the March videos. I thought I put work in. I'm talking about, I did have a little cry this morning. I'm not going to lie. Cause it almost felt like I just started my channel all over again. I was like, damn, somebody really fucking hates me, bro. But I also I guess I should but if I do that, I can't focus on getting the job. If I put all that into it. So it's I have to do this more because this isn't guaranteed, if you will. But I thank everybody for still tuning into these videos. I'm trying my best. I'm sorry. Real talk. Thank you for those who have been on the Patreon, though. That's been a blessing. Someone's you can raise it another $1. And I'm I don't know, man. The 2 was already a lot for me. And I felt some people were pissed about that, even though I am posting 8 videos in a week. I got to survive right now, if you will. And until I get some other form of work, this is what we do. So I'm sorry, but I don't want to go, if you know what I mean. I don't want my life to be done just because I failed at this a bit and didn't make it happen. There's still room to grow. We still can pick these things back up. It's going to be hard, but why not try, if you will? There will be people who will want to see me at Hell's Gate, and I won't even know where to go or have directions. So I just got to keep on driving. And like I said before, if y'all tip this week, it'd be so helpful. There's a lot on my plate, and there's a lot I got to do by Friday. The first, but we shall see. But yeah, I did apply for some JOBs on Monday. And I'm waiting. I keep on pulling up my fucking Indeed, refresh. This is also why, if you've noticed on my social media pages, I started to private everything. I've had some people send me threatening messages already because I have some people who just don't like me. And so they make new accounts and they let me know they don't like me. They send me my analytics and stuff and laugh at my channel and compare me to others. And I don't share all that with you because I also feel like that's just me pandering to be blue people don't like me. It's I feel like they just want me to do that. Me talking about this now is already enough to fill their tummies, right? But at the end of the day, it's you're still feeding me. When I don't like something, I just don't go back to it. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but it's weird dealing with that on top of it happening, on top of me trying to get it. It's almost like this ladder and they keep pushing me. So I'm trying to remove myself from social media as much. And this is why sometimes I do not see y'all's messages because I immediately will silence the notifications for that app. I get a lot of it on Twitter and Instagram. They don't do anything. Jim, I almost want to show you an email recently I got over somebody who has been harassing me. They don't do anything. This person has not shown that they'd exhibited this behavior. What you can do on your end is you can mute and block, which I do. But somebody telling me to give up is a lot to take, especially right now in my current situation. And I have people outside of YouTube that are putting a lot of pressure on me for other things. And it's a lot to take in. So it is my, what is it? I don't want to say journey, but this is my plate and I'm going to eat all of it. I'm gonna eat all of it. Because I refuse. Y'all know me. You've seen me with this many views before. You've seen me with a lot of views. You've seen me with whatever. We're going to keep on going. And like I said, until it is literally the wheels fall off, until they stop paying me. Which I almost didn't make the threshold. That should tell you how much I'm getting from this for a whole month of work. Almost didn't make the threshold. I went to just, oof. So yeah. It really sucks when you put that work in. So for my newer YouTubers, I'm in the same boat as you now. Please don't ask me for advice. Don't ask me for advice anymore. I'm right there with you, honey. Okay. I am no longer one of the big girls up here. I am a part of the boo, we hate them crew. So for the people who still love me, thank you. It's filling me up. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, I take screenshots. In case something happens to where it becomes outside the parasocialness of it all. I literally create a paper trail of things. So yeah, I'm doing what I can to protect myself. That, and also, as soon as some of these clouds clear, I am going to get my license and get registered. Because these streets are crazy. So thank you again, y'all, for tuning in. I appreciate y'all so much. I had a good time today. Have yourselves a great evening. I need to go film Jawbreaker right now for the Patreon crew. And I will see you Friday for another review of multiple TV show proportions of sorts, as well as Saturday for Drag Race. And then I'll see you every day this week on Page. So yeah, that's all. So love you so much. Take care. And I will see you for the next one. Wait, did I do this right? Hold on. Because if I close this out wrong. Okay, no, I did it right. Okay, bye, everybody.
Listen. Yeah.